The following is a production of the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network. It's time for Friday Night Football with your Fairfield Trojans. Now streaming on the Ottumwa Radio YouTube channel. Now, let's head to the field with the voice of your Fairfield Trojans, Lee Muntz.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome to the home opener of Fairfield High School football. Tonight, the Trojans take on the Big Reds of Centerville. I jokingly say their mascot is a big stick of chewing gum, but no, it has more of a Native American background than the gum that came along many years later. Let's mention our sponsors of the broadcast, because without them, we couldn't be here bringing you the Fairfield High School football 2025, my second year of helping out Ottumwa Radio on last year Facebook, this year our YouTube broadcast, and I want to thank these sponsors. Community First Credit Union, together is better. Check them out at cfirstcreditunion.com. Fairfield Dental Clinic on West Adams in Fairfield. Smithsburg Automotive, vehicle maintenance, rental, and vehicle sales. Of course, they got two locations in Fairfield. They've got the rental facility out there, right next to Casey's West, and then Smitty's Auto and Recycling. They took over the old Smith Auto Parts out there on West Grimes. Livewire Electric and Straight Up Doors serving Fairfield and surrounding areas on West Grimes in Fairfield. Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield. Visit southerniowาร.com. Cranston Family Funeral Home in Fairfield and Keosauqua, serving with Monument Sales, Irish Ridge Cremation. CranstonFamilyFuneralHome.com for more information. Jefferson County Health Center, cares you can count on, that's what they do. Lisco, your experts for fiber optic. Call Lisco of Fairfield, 641-209-5400. Brandon Taglier, your Bex Seed dealer serving Southeast Iowa. You can follow Brandon on Facebook. Roto-Rooter, AJ was mentioning the other day, we went by their location in Ottumwa on the way to the radio studios there, but they are located, of course, in Ottumwa, and they serve 24/7 emergency service, including nights, holidays, and weekends. Fast, friendly, professional service. Roto-Rooter, again, located in Ottumwa, serving Fairfield and the surrounding area. Family First Chiropractic, West 2nd Street in Ottumwa, delivering an elevated level of holistic care for the entire family. They incorporate multiple chiropractic techniques and physiotherapy, ensuring their clients receive the best results as fast as possible. Family First Chiropractic. Packwood Locker and Meats of Packwood. Visit them at packwoodlockerandmeats.com. Thanks to them up there, Packwood Locker and Meats. Beaner Funeral and Crematory on South Main in Fairfield. Scott and the gang there in Fairfield. Finney Auto Body of Fairfield. They take the dents out of accidents. And then our halftime sponsor is Beaner Funeral Home, and our halftime recap will be brought to you by Leo's Pizza and Grill on Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. So thanks to the sponsors. Coming up here in just a moment, we'll join Ellis Kojo as he was on with head coach of Fairfield Trojan football, Matt Jones, this morning. Our Coach's Corner airs live on KBIZ, 1240 a.m. each Friday morning with Coach Jones, and then we play that interview as part of our pregame show for Trojan football. Planning to do that throughout the season, so appreciate Ellis and Matt for doing that. Then we'll come back out of the coaches interview, which will be roughly 10-12 minutes from now, and talk about this matchup with the Centerville Big Reds. But let's get the coaches' thoughts on that here in 3 minutes. We'll have Ellis and Matt Jones coming your way right after this 3-minute timeout on the Fairfield High School football coverage here on the Ottumwa Radio Group YouTube channel.
Pick a card, any card. Right now, at Community First Credit Union, save big when you lock in a low intro rate on select credit cards. Choose between our Flex Rewards, Signature Rewards, or Smart Rate cards, and enjoy a low rate for 12 months on purchases and balance transfers. Plus, each card offers perks like no annual fee and easy-to-use digital banking. Get details and apply at c1stcu.com or at any C First location. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
Need electrical work done right? Livewire Electric is Southeast Iowa's premier electrical contractor, serving Jefferson County and nearby areas. From home wiring upgrades to all your electrical needs, call Rod at 641-472-4853. Livewire Electric, powering your home safely. Give your house a facelift. Quality garage doors that make a difference. Call 641-209-9948 for your free estimate on a new garage door. Open and close your day with Straight Up Doors of Fairfield.
Dr. Matt here. Looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic. Complete dental care for your entire family. Your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard. For those shaping the future of Fairfield, Southern Iowa Ready Mix is your trusted partners. With every pour, they're committed to quality, durability, and the satisfaction of watching your vision take form. From the smallest patio to the largest development, they deliver more than materials, they deliver possibilities. Visit SouthernIowaRM.com and lay the groundwork for structures that stand the test of time. Because at Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield, they believe in building a legacy one mix at a time.
Planning for 2026? Smart farmers know the best yields start with the right choices. At Beck's Hybrids, where farmers are art, helping farmers succeed is what makes up the fabric of our culture. Call Brandon Teglar, your Beck's seed dealer serving Southeast Iowa. Get your 2026 seed orders in early and secure the varieties that perform best on your land. 641-919-7526. That's 641-919-7526. Beck's Hybrids, growing successful together.
Week 2 of the football season is here, and coming up later tonight, the Fairfield Trojans will have their home opener as they get set to take on the Centerville Big Reds. Joining us by phone, he is the head coach of the Fairfield Trojans. Matt Jones is here. Matt, it's good to talk to you again. How are you this morning?
Hey, yeah, good to talk to you too. I'm doing well. Beautiful morning here.
Yeah, no kidding. It looks like the forecast is going to be a little bit cooler, and it almost seems like it's going to be football weather. I saw the low dipping into the 40s tonight.
Yeah, that'll feel really good, and I'll bet you the dew will set in pretty good too. So it'll be kind of neat out there at Trojan Stadium tonight.
Most definitely, a nice little backdrop. Taking a look back at Week 1, it was a fun back and forth game between you and Benton in the first half. Benton led 14-12, and then Benton pulled away in the second half. When you look back at that game, what do you see?
Well, I saw our boys really fight really hard and really do the things that we've been practicing pretty darn well, really. I mean, I'm really proud of the group. I really like being around them. They're really good kids. So the idea of, blocking assignments, blocking to the whistle, carrying out your fakes really well, we did that overall very, very, very well. And that's an important thing that we need to do and just continue to stress and do better. I was proud of their grit, like you said, it was 14-12 at half. And then we actually got a stop at the end of the second quarter, so we got the ball coming out because we deferred to the second half. We had a really good drive. We were stopped just short on a fourth down. One of the officials had us at a first down. The other one had a short. Well, we were short. Bottom line, then we got to recover from that, and we just couldn't quite, get a stop and then punch it in again. So, yeah, they totally won the second half, but we really, really fought hard, and so overall, I was really proud of the young men.
What can you take away from that and transition into Week 2?
Yeah, so Benton, obviously, I think they're a very good program in Class 3A. They're ranked, and they're it's a long drive and all this and that, but they're a very good team, and we were slugging right with them there, and we just couldn't get over the hump and finish. So I was really proud of them. It was road, and then also this too, Ellis. I mean, it was kind of a weird night because we had multiple delays. Our 9th grade, 10th grade team only got to play a half, basically, and then We had some lightning that was a ways away, but it was in the vicinity. So then we had to delay a little bit, and then we had to delay again. We were ready to take the field, then we delayed again. So they overcame some of that stuff and still started strong. And that's a testament to their mental willpower as well. So we played a very, very quality opponent on the road in our first game, and the boys just scrapped and fought hard.
Brag a little bit about Ethan Bisgard. He scored both of your touchdowns in the first half, and he led the team in tackles as well.
Oh, yeah, Ethan, he's only a junior. He is a phenomenal athlete, great hand-eye coordination. He is a competitor. He's got a great heart, mind, and he's very competitive, and he can jump, he can run. He's got a lot of great tools. So we play him at multiple places in the offensive on the offensive backfield. Our O-line and our quarterback and our backs did a nice job too. So like Ethan was able to run up the middle pretty well. And then he's a good receiver as well. Then defensively, he plays on the edge for us. It's really, really important position for him to be able to read run, but then also be able to come up and tackle well, and then also to play the pass. So we're very very fortunate that Ethan is a Fairfield Trojan for sure.
Tell me a little bit about Centerville. What did you see about them? They're 1-0 after winning in week 1.
Yeah, they look very good. They look tough and physical. They got some big linemen. They got a tough running back, number 22, just ran wild. Just a really, a big, physical, strong kid who looks like he also has some speed, just refuses to get tackled by one guy. So he looks really good. Their quarterback can put the ball where he wants it. I think they look pretty darn good offensively, and defensively they look good as well. They swarm to the ball. They do a good job getting off blocks. They're and honestly, they really wore Knoxville down in the second half. Knoxville was kind of with them a little bit, but then Centerville just really kind of wore them down in the second half and looked really strong and fit and really, really good.
Yeah, the running back you're talking about is Makoa Kalaponi, and he ran for nearly 200 yards in that game. And the quarterback, Mac Murdoch, that's they seem to have a double threat on the offense. You can't really pay attention to one particular aspect of the offense. So how do you approach that defensively?
Well, that's what makes it so challenging. We want to stop the run first. We want to make sure that we work hard to really get the appropriate number of people in the box so we can fit in the gaps and do our job. And that's the key too. Is defensively you got to keep the ball in front of you and you got to do your job and you got to make them earn every piece of turf that they get. But this young man, the Caliponi, about 10 yards a carry and just really efficient and really, really tough to bring down. I don't think he had any negative rushes either. So they do a great job.
We're joined by Matt Jones, head coach of the Fairfield Trojans, heading into their Week 2 matchup versus Centerville. What's it going to be like playing in front of the whole crowd tonight?
Well, it's going to be amazing. We always have had good support here in our community. People come out. They love, I think we have a great stadium. There's no bad seats. Phenomenal. It's going to be a phenomenal evening. It's going to be an enjoyable game to watch. So that is extremely exciting. And then also we've had well over 100 kids, almost 200 kids actually, that we ran youth camps in grades 2nd through 8. And we are going to honor those kids who came to those camps. So we're having a youth football night is what I'm trying to spit out here, Ellis. So we're having a youth football night where those kids will get in free and they can come and be recognized at halftime because we know that how important it is to build the future and keep those youth kids engaged.
I kind of, from the outside looking in, I kind of marvel at Fairfield Sports and how you really start them young, and even the football program especially, you start them young. They know what Fairfield football is like, and it's almost like they know what to expect once they get to the high school level. What is it like seeing the kids from youth all the way up to the high school level?
Extremely rewarding. That's a good point. I love it. So I used to work at the middle school. My wife is the principal at Penn. So, I will, see and hear about these kids coming up. And, And I have a lot of friends who teach and coach at the middle school, so it's really fun to see, and hear about these kids coming up. And we think it is so important to give kids, education through sports, and they can get out, and learn about teamwork and giving your best effort and all these great values that you can get through it. So we do think, it's, because I've had kids who've come through the system too, and whether it be softball or volleyball or basketball or anything like that, we try to engage the kids and get them excited about it.
Give me a couple of keys for tonight's game before we let you go, Coach.
I really think we need to limit their big plays defensively. And honestly, we did a pretty good job of that last week against Benton. Wow. So, we can't, they ripped off some big plays against Knoxville. We got to tackle really well. We have to really, really swarm to the football. Offensively, we need to be efficient. We just need to possess the ball, be efficient, and we need to make them defend every gap. So that'll be a big deal, and we'd love to make a big play in the kicking game. That would be exactly what the doctor ordered, because I think Centerville's a very, very good football team, and we're going to have to be at our best.
Coach, I appreciate the time. Best of luck tonight against Centerville, and we will talk again next week. In the meantime, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate the time.
All right, you're welcome, Alice. Thanks for the opportunity.
If you're tired of dropped calls and slow internet, we're here to help. Lisco's the future of fast, reliable communication. Never miss a beat with streaming, gaming, or video calls, whether you're working, playing, or just staying connected. Lisco brings you lightning fast speeds, crystal clear calls, and unbeatable reliability. Switch today and experience the difference. Call me, Samantha, your Lisco sales rep at 641-209-5400. That's 209-5400, or visit us at lisco.com.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
Pick a card, any card. Right now, at Community First Credit Union, save big when you lock in a low intro rate on select credit cards. Choose between our Flex Rewards, Signature Rewards, or Smart Rate cards, and enjoy a low rate for 12 months on purchases and balance transfers. Plus, each card offers perks like no annual fee and easy-to-use digital banking. Get details and apply at c1stcu.com or at any C First location. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
We care. At Jefferson County Health Center, it's the little things that make a big difference. We believe every patient deserves to feel safe and comforted, no matter what brings them here. We strive to turn fear into comfort. We are committed to ensuring every patient feels informed, supported, and truly cared for.
Jefferson County Health Center, care you can count on. It's what we do.
Dr. Matt here, looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic, complete dental care for your entire family, your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
This is Miss Bonnie at Packwood Locker and Meats of Packwood. Packwood Locker and Meats brings farm fresh to your table. Beefy with boldness, porky with perfection, fresh off the farm and into your kitchen. We know how to make every meal a masterpiece. Trust the quality and savor the taste, because at Packwood Locker and Meats, fresh isn't just a promise, it's a guarantee. Now open for retail and pickup 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays. Visit PackwoodLockerandMeats.com for more information. Trust me, you can't beat Peyton's Meat, and we dare you to try.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Welcome back to Trojan Stadium. The Fairfield High School Trojan Marching Band playing the Fairfield High School fight song before the game gets underway here in about 10 minutes from now. So let's talk about these two teams. That season opening performance for Centerville, obviously very impressive as they were able to just control the football game against Knoxville last week. Of course, that's an opponent of Fairfield coming up in a couple of weeks. But Centerville rolling in that game. 56-21 was that final score. And they were led by, first of all, the running of number 22, Makoa Calipone, 19 carries, 193 yards, 3 touchdowns. And then their quarterback, only a sophomore, Mac Murdoch. I understand his dad had been in the Davis County Community School District, I believe. And then things didn't work out. They went down to Centerville, and he played as a freshman last year, the quarterback, and as 6'2", 205-pound sophomore, a great debut last week. 12 of 15, 210 yards, 4 touchdowns passing. So you can tell they really were able to move the ball either on the ground or through the air. The top receiver was Clayton Lawson, number 5, a 5'10", 155-pound senior. 4 catches, 118 yards, and he was by far and away the leading receiver in that season-opening victory. Abram DeCina also caught a few balls for Centerville last week. Let's check his numbers. DeCina ended up with 5 catches, 77 yards, so 15.4 per catch. 2 of them touchdowns, totaling 31 yards. Lawson had the other 2 touchdown catches, totaling 67 yards, and so 118 receiving yards on 4 catches. That's almost 30 per reception. They also threw balls to Triton Thomas, a senior, 1 catch, 4 yards. Yeager White, a 3-yard reception, an 8-yard catch for Calipone. The top tackler for Centerville last week was Brian Snyder, a 5'10", 215-pound senior, had 7 tackles in that game, 6 of them solo, and then right behind Curtis Mathis, a junior. He's a 5'6", 165-pound junior. Mathis had 6.5 tackles, 4 of them solo. As far as takeaways, they had a fumble recovery from Grantland McDaniel, but no interceptions during the game. And like Fairfield, they did not kick the ball on extra points. They were strictly a 2-point conversion team, and they got 4 of them last week, 2 from Calipone and 1 each for Yeager White and Clayton Lawson. So that's the Centerville Big Reds from last week. The Trojans had, leading the way, Ethan Bisgard, 12 carries, 57 yards, both of the Trojan touchdowns. He also had 3 receptions totaling 33 yards. The other ground leaders were Zandrick Allison, 41 yards on 13 rushes. Brady Weigel, 5 carries, 27 yards. Mentioned Ethan with those 3 catches, 33 yards. Weigel had a 13-yard catch. Allison a 12-yard reception. Voss Richardson, 6 of 10 through the air, totaling 92 yards. Leading tackler was also Ethan Bisgard, 11.5. This is 3rd in the state in Class 3A, 11.5 with 10 of them solos in the season opener. Then it drops off to 4.5, 3 solos from Tucker Robertson. 3 solo tackles from Voss Richardson. Spencer McCready, 4 tackles, 1 of them solo. Aiden Mazel, 3.5 tackles, 1 solo. And Brady Weigel, 3.5 tackles, 3 of them solo in the season opening game at Benton Community, where again Fairfield came up short 29-12. So we're going to go ahead and take another break right now. We'll be back in 3 minutes with more of the Trojan pregame show for the home opener. Fairfield taking on Centerville as you enjoy the coverage here tonight on the Ottumwa Radio Group YouTube channel.
Need electrical work done right? Livewire Electric is Southeast Iowa's premier electrical contractor, serving Jefferson County and nearby areas. From home wiring upgrades to all your electrical needs, call Rod at 641-472-4853. Livewire Electric, powering your home safely. Give your house a facelift. Quality garage doors that make a difference. Call 641-209-9948 for your free estimate on a new garage door. Open and close your day with straight up doors of Fairfield.
For those shaping the future of Fairfield, Southern Iowa Ready Mix is your trusted partners. With every pour, they're committed to quality, durability, and the satisfaction of watching your vision take form. From the smallest patio to the largest development, they deliver more than materials, they deliver possibilities. Visit southerniowarm.com and lay the groundwork for structures that stand the test of time. Because at Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield, they believe in building a legacy one mix at a time. Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard.
Planning for 2026? Smart farmers know the best yields start with the right choices. At Beck's Hybrids, where farmers are art, helping farmers succeed is what makes up the fabric of our culture. Call Brandon Tegler, your Beck's seed dealer serving Southeast Iowa. Get your 2026 seed orders in early and secure the varieties that perform best on your land. 641-919-7526. That's 641-919-7526. Beck's Hybrids, growing successful together.
At Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
If you're tired of dropped calls and slow internet, we're here to help. Lisco's the future of fast, reliable communication. Never miss a beat with streaming, gaming, or video calls, whether you're working, playing, or just staying connected. Lisco brings you lightning fast speeds, crystal clear calls, and unbeatable reliability. Switch today and experience the difference. Call me, Samantha, your Lisco sales rep at 641-209-5400. That's 209-5400, or visit us at lisco.com.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Welcome back here at Trojan Stadium, Fairfield High School. Pearl Smith Field. I had John McConnell, a chance to catch up with him doing broadcast for Centerville. Webcast tonight on their side of things, and we've known each other. He started in 1963. I said, well, you're a little older than me. I came along about 16 years later, but and he asked me about Pearl Smith. I said, down at the Lake of the Ozarks, and of course, current Fairfield assistant football coach Mike Shank is very good friends and keeps track of how Pearl is doing. So I told John, if you get a chance to talk to Mike, that'd be your best source for an update on Pearl. Unfortunately, lost his wife, Shirley, here a couple of years ago, and we are certainly joining Pearl in missing her at this stage of life. I'm watching the NFL game right now on YouTube. That's a rare thing. The YouTube channel for NFL football. The Chargers jumped on the Chiefs 7-0, and right now are deep in their own end of the field. On the second possession of the opening quarter, the Chiefs did not score on their first offensive possession of 2025. All right, on to this football game. Haven't seen yet. Captains are about to come out. Of course, for the Trojans, got Zandrick Allison, Spencer McCready, Nolan Smith, and Voss Richardson. They'll come out and join the Centerville captains across the way. And we'll get the coin toss. It's actually a reenactment. It took place earlier. 5:38. Let's see, for Centerville. 5 is their senior wide receiver, Clayton Lawson. 38 is Ander Russell. And right now they're getting ready to reenact the coin toss. Centerville in their pretty much all white look with red numbers and some black trim. Trojans are back in black. Got black pants and shirts, orange numbers, some gray trim around those numbers. Big reds on the front of the Centerville jerseys, and I'm thinking it's Trojans on the front of Fairfield's. And there goes the coin in the air. Looks like they go to Centerville, so they would have the choice of kicking, receiving, and they defer, which is common in high school football. That means the Trojans will get the ball, and we'll see which direction. There's virtually no wind. I look at the flag on the south end of Trojan Stadium above this nice bowl of above Pearl Smith Field, and the flag not moving much at all. So we'll see which direction the Trojans will be going from the south end. Centerville kicking off from the north end of the field. So that's the way we'll get started here in just a matter of seconds. Getting ready for week 2 of Fairfield High School football. And again, thanks to Greg List for the opportunity to cover Trojan football. We're planning on video for sure the next couple of weeks. Well, next week we can guarantee homecoming with Mediapolis. 2 weeks down the line, we go to Knoxville. I'll check with them coming up this week. I didn't get a chance to email their AD to find out if we'll be able to do video on that, but we know for sure Solon being at home will be video. Then we got Washington and Fort Madison on the road. Those are question marks, but the last 2 games at home against Mount Pleasant and Keokuk definitely will have video coverage. So we pretty much guarantee audio and video on all but Knoxville, Fort Madison, and Washington. And we're not expecting to be able to do those 2 district games on the video end of things. CU will be teeing up the ball for Centerville to start this football game. Looks like it might be one of those captains, 68. That is Logan Caraccio. So he's a big guy kicking off for the Big Reds. Caraccio, 6 foot, 220-pounder. Actually, it's 69, not 68. So let me check that. Jason Morrow, but he's 6'2", 225, so it's a big kicker either way. Back deep to receive for the Trojans. You'll have Ethan Bisgard on one side, Zandrick Allison on the other. Ethan on the east side, Zandrick on the west side. That's far side for Ethan as you look on from the camera operated by my producer and director and grandson, Anthony Rowe, AJ. Good to have him along. It's a pooch kick, so it'll be handled by one of the up backs. And nice return there. Centerville acting like there might have been a fumble. I don't think there was, no. It was, I guess Spencer McCready, I think, got the return. So the Trojans take over with the opening possession of the night. And it will be from their own 39-yard line, 11:57 on the clock. And let's go offense. 3 running backs behind Boss Richardson. Double tight end formation. They hand it off to Zandrick Allison going off right tackle. He spins across the 45-yard line. Good run on first down. Of course, the center, a veteran, Christian Rasmussen. He's a senior this season, 6 foot, 224. New play comes in with the Trojans' number 22, Axel Starr. He and Blake Burnett are the tight ends. Axel will be on the left, Blake on the right. Zandrick Allison, Brady Weigel flanking Ethan Bisgard. Again, it's Zandrick Allison straight ahead for a first down across midfield. So Fairfield 2 plays, and they're already in Centerville territory. So on the plus side of the field for the Trojans. Get the rest of that offensive line. We got 71, 50, 73. I know 50 is Mr. Consul. That's Hank. 71 is Sebastian Fitwee. 73 is Nolan Smith. And Calvin McLean, number 59, should be the other offensive lineman. He's the right guard. He and Consul the guards. Here's the handoff to Brady Weigel this time on the carry. He'll get about 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 7 for the Trojans. Hit the Centerville 46-yard line. Of course, last week, Fairfield went on that opening 76-yard drive, faced a 4th and 1 on their own 33 on the opening series of the season, and Matt Jones says, we're going to roll the dice, and went quarterback sneak, and it worked very well that time, and a lot of times throughout the rest of the game, but converting that led to a touchdown drive. Here's the handoff to Brady Weigel. Nope, Voss on the keeper. Voss rolling out around the left end. Gets to about the 42-yard line. It'll set up a third. We'll call it about 3 yards to go. Again, I've got my binoculars, and still the way the Trojans carry out the fakes, it faked me out for a moment. And I saw Voss with the football in his arms running over here toward the west sideline. The other tight end alternating is Chase Countryman, number 2. You'll see him going in and out with Axel Starr. So 3rd and 3. Trojans hand it off to Zandrick Allison. Zandrick getting pushed. He's got the first down. Goes inside the Centerville 40-yard line to about the 37. Pickup of 5, needed 3. So 3rd down conversion by the Trojans on this opening drive. We're just underway at Trojan Stadium, Pearl Smith Field, Fairfield hosting Centerville. Trojans dropped the opener at Benton 29-12. The Big Reds rolled over Knoxville 56-21. Voss gets the snap, tossed to Zandrick Allison. Cuts back and gets inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a short gain on that play. So it's going to be a gain of 2, 2nd and 8. As we go under the 9-minute mark in this opening quarter. Trojans want to take the opening possession just like last week and get it all the way into the end zone and get their first lead of the season. Of course, they gave up the first touchdown last week. Were able to counter the first 2 by Benton. Here's Zandrick again on the carry. He penetrates the 30-yard line. Well, they're going to spot him about the 31 the way it looks. I guess it was one of the blockers in front of him that went a couple of yards further. It's going to set up a 3rd, and we'll call it a short 4, facing the Trojans on the Centerville 31-yard line. 3rd and 4, a second 3rd down opportunity for the Trojan offense. Junior quarterback Voss Richardson in behind Christian Rasmussen in the center. Hands to Zandrick, and he plows ahead. It's going to be close, might be a little bit short. We'll see where they spot it. They're going to call it 4th down. 4th and less than a yard. You know, the Trojans are going for it here without a field goal kicker that can nail one. This would be a long one, about 45 yards. So wouldn't be shocked to see the quarterback sneak or tush push. Here's Voss, and he buries his head, getting in behind Christian in the middle of that offensive line, and I'd say he got it. Officials coming in from each side look like they are well ahead of the marker, and first down. The referee in the white hat says Trojans got it. Second, 3rd down conversion on this opening series. So 1st and 10, Fairfield. Again, Axel Starr bringing in the play, the tall tight end. Now it's Spencer McCready in the middle of the 3 backs behind Voss. The other 2 is Zandrick and Ethan Bisgard. Ethan gets the toss. He goes off left tackle, gets outside. He's inside the 20 to about the 16, maybe 15-yard line. So the Trojans are in the red zone on the opening possession of the night. Yeah, we'll spot it 1st and 10 on the Centerville 15-yard line. I mentioned talking to John McConnell from the Centerville broadcast. I said this Trojan football team is kind of the opposite of a lot of high school football teams, going the double tights and no wide receivers. Many teams, of course, operate out of the spread. Voss turns, hands, nope, keeping the ball. Rolling out to the right, gets outside. Now he cuts back to the left. Now he's inside the 10, drugged down by Centerville's number 63. But that will be close to a first down. Brian Snyder, he led the Big Reds last week in tackles with 7. Gain of 6, call it 2nd and 4. The Trojans inside the 10-yard line of Centerville. Again, took the opening kickoff. Started at their own 39-yard line. Just about halfway through the quarter. We are right now. 2nd and 4 facing the Trojans. Voss gets the snap. Hands to Zandrick. Zandrick Allison straight ahead. Plowing down around the 5-yard line. It's going to be close to 1st and goal. Yeah, it is 1st and goal on the Big Reds 4-yard line. It's a nice ball control drive to start the game. Last week, that opening touchdown drive of 76 yards used over 7 minutes of clock after Benton had used only 3 minutes to go. I think it was 69 yards on their opening drive. And Fairfield also had an 81-yard touchdown drive in the second quarter of that game. Voss ready for the snap. Hands to Ethan. Straight ahead. Touchdown Trojans. Ethan Bisgard, 4-yard touchdown run. He's still the only Trojan with a touchdown this season. 5:19 on the clock. Ethan Bisgard finds the north end zone. And obviously Fairfield, like last week, going to go for 2. Use the, oh no, I think they're teeing it up. How about that? Zandrick Allison going to have the tee out there at the 10-yard line. The holder will be Voss Richardson. Our first extra point attempt of the season. It's a good snap. The kick looks good, and it is. 7-0 Trojans. Glad to see that added to the game this week. Fairfield goes up a full touchdown in the PAT, their first lead of the season. Got a Trojan kickoff coming up in a minute. You're watching and listening to Atumo football on the Atumo Radio, Fairfield High School football on the Atumo Radio Group YouTube channel.
Sometimes accidents happen, and when they do, trust Finney Auto Body, Southeast Iowa's collision center specialists for over 40 years. We fix your vehicle the right way. We handle everything from minor fender benders to major repairs. Quality workmanship you can trust because we stand behind our work with a lifetime warranty. Don't let unexpected damage from an accident ruin your travel plans. Get right back on the road like it never happened at Finney Auto Body in Fairfield. Expert collision repair when you need it most. Visit us at FinneyAutoBody.com. And here at Finney Auto Body, we support the Fairfield Trojans.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
After the PAT, Zandrick Allison has the ball teed up, kicking it to the north end of the field. And it's a nice booming kick on the return. It's number 11 for Centerville. He's grabbed and chased Countryman, as well as Tucker Robertson on that tackle. So Centerville will have it with 5:12 to go in the first quarter, their opening possession of the night. Centerville will have it 1st and 10 on their own 25-yard line. So Fairfield goes 61 yards in just about 6 minutes. 11:57 to 5:19. All right, the Centerville quarterback is Mac Murdoch. Ready for the snap in shotgun. They have 2 receivers left, 2 on the right. Of course, the running back, we mentioned, outstanding opening week, Makoa Calipone. He is a horse when it comes to carrying the ball. And Calipone will get the first carry, goes off right tackle, has a lot of running room. First contact got him to the ground. Brady Weigel and Spencer McCready helped finish it off. But first down carry by Centerville's Calipone. 19 carries, 193 yards, 3 touchdowns last week. So he's going to be the focus in the ground game, but then you don't want to sell out on the run because that quarterback Murdoch had an outstanding week throwing 12 of 15. They have a slot in the left side of the formation. Here's Calipone again. Last time Calvin McLean says, "You're not going any farther." No gain. Great tackle by Calvin McLean. Just shot out of the defensive alignment. Made a beeline to Calipone. It'll be a no gain on the play, 2nd and 10. So now you might see Murdoch try to throw the football. Of course, his top receiver last week with 4 catches, 118 yards, number 5, Clayton Lawson. See where Lawson is at in the formation. He is in a slot to the left side. Murdoch ready for the snap. Looking left, he's going to swing it out to Calipone on a swing pass, and he's driven back. There's a flag thrown. Gang tackling him there. Ethan Bisgard leading the charge. Zandrick Allison, another Trojan defender there. Let's see, Calvin McLean. It's a penalty on Fairfield. So a 5-yard walk-off. Oh, it was a 5-yard face mask. So it'll be still 2nd down. Right at the 50-yard line, 2nd and 2. Murdoch ready for the snap with Calipone lined up behind him in that shotgun. Hands it off to Calipone. He'll get the first down, but barely, right across midfield. Nolan Smith, Zandrick Allison, also Benji Hunter. Benji, a 5'10 junior. Oh, they spotted him short. 3rd and 1. I was thinking if he got it to midfield, it was a first down, but that's right. It was a 2-yard short. 3rd and 1 here for the Big Reds. Of course, they don't go shotgun, or don't go under center. They go shotgun. So not a quarterback sneak. Hand off to Calipone. He'll be stopped short. Calvin McLean met him in the hole and drove him to the turf. Also there on the stop was Axel Starr. It's 4th and basically 2. He lost a yard. Back to midfield. So obviously it's 4-down territory in Centerville's mind here right at midfield. So a big play here early in this football game. See what they do here. Got a receiver left, 3 on the right. Calipone again behind the quarterback. The pass is complete for a first down. Boss Richardson will tackle his counterpart, number 1 of the Big Reds, Triton Thomas, but it will be a Centerville 4th down conversion on 4th and 1. So they get the ball to the Fairfield 38-yard line. 1st and 10. Again, the quarterback only a sophomore, Mac, M-A-C-K, Mac Murdoch. They bring a man in motion, and they're going to go a jet sweep, and the ball was knocked loose, and the play was blown dead by the officials. Illegal procedure, false start on the Centerville. So they convert on 4th and 2 at midfield. Let's see if that makes a difference on this opening possession for Centerville. 1st and 15 now. Murdoch with Calipone behind him from the shotgun. 2 receivers each side of the formation. Here's a Murdoch trying to roll to his right, pressured by Axel Starr. Throws it away. 2nd and 15. Nice job, Axel Starr, putting the pressure on Murdoch. He only had 3 incompletions last week. Right now he's 1 of 2. Got that swing pass. I think the other was actually a running play when he tossed over to Calipone. I think it was behind him where it would have been a lateral and therefore a running play, not a pass. I'm not sure how they would have done it on the stats for either side, but that's the way I saw it. So I will consider that, in my mind at least, a running play. 2nd and 15, Murdoch will be all alone in the offensive backfield. They'll have Calipone as a receiver on the left side of the formation. Actually, he's wide right. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left, empty backfield. Murdoch going back to throw. Fires it down the left side. Oh, what a catch. Wow. Number 5 snared it one-handed. Clayton Lawson. That was a heck of a catch. A little bit behind him. He stuck his hand out and pulled it in. That's a big pass all the way down to the red zone. They'll spot the ball at the Fairfield 11-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10, Centerville. Actually, it's more like the 13-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 13. Murdoch handing to Calipone. Trying to sweep right. He'll be hemmed in, and a nice tackle there. Guess who? Ethan Bisgard, third leading tackler in Class 3A. And he nails Calipone for a loss on the play. Already 2 losses by Calipone, and I think Coach Jones said he had no negative plays last week against Knoxville. This will lose about 4 or 5 yards. Ball is back to about the 17-yard line. 2nd and 14. Murdoch ready for the snap, looking to throw, getting pressured. The pass intercepted. Nolan Smith with the pick. He's got a convoy. Nolan, he'll be run down, but there's a highlight for Nolan. His dad Colin was up here in the press box earlier. And Nolan Smith says, "How do you do, Mr. Murdoch?" 12 of 15 last week, no interceptions, 3 touchdowns. Well, different story here at Trojan Stadium. There is a flag. Oh, they called roughing the passer. Oh, my goodness. I didn't, honestly, once I saw the pass thrown, I did not watch what happened with Murdoch after that, but nullified a highlight of the lifetime for Nolan Smith. Wow. What a huge call in this football game. Like I say, I did not see it, so I can't say that it was or it wasn't, but the officials thought it was. That's the only opinion that matters. Nolan Smith will never forget it, even though it doesn't count. It apparently is not an automatic first down. It will be 2nd and 6 on the Fairfield 9. Wow, that is a shame for Nolan and the Trojans. I definitely want to see it on film. Timeout Centerville. We'll use it with them. Back in a minute with more Trojan football on the Ottumwa Radio Group YouTube channel.
Pick a card, any card. Right now, at Community First Credit Union, save big when you lock in a low intro rate on select credit cards. Choose between our Flex Rewards, Signature Rewards, or Smart Rate cards, and enjoy a low rate for 12 months on purchases and balance transfers. Plus, each card offers perks like no annual fee and easy-to-use digital banking. Get details and apply at c1stcu.com or at any C First location. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
Need electrical work done right? Livewire Electric is Southeast Iowa's premier electrical contractor, serving Jefferson County and nearby areas. From home wiring upgrades to all your electrical needs, call Rod at 641-472-4853. Livewire Electric, powering your home safely. Give your house a facelift. Quality garage doors that make a difference. Call 641-209-9948 for your free estimate on a new garage door. Open and close your day with Straight Up Doors of Fairfield.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
So it is 1st and goal at the 8, so they corrected that on the after the timeout by Centerville. Murdoch ready for the snap. Calipone behind him, gets the handoff. Calipone straight ahead, bounces outside, will be wrestled to the field by Ethan Bisgard, picking up where he left off last week with a 3rd best in Class 3A, 11.5 tackles, 10 of them solo. So Centerville catching the big break. I asked some of the guys in the press box if they saw it, and said it's subjective. That he was definitely hit. It was not an after the interception type of hit. He got hit as he threw, and they said, yeah, and the follow-through took him to the turf. So I guess they would describe it as questionable. We'll put it that way. Second and goal from the 5. Here's the handoff to Calipone. He is met right at the point of attack. Flag flies. Blake Burnett took Calipone to the ground. His Trojan defense looking solid. Now, what's the call this time? We're due to get a call on Centerville, I would think. Flag is at the 3. Holding on the Big Reds. This will be our, barring an incomplete pass, our last play of the first quarter, this next one. So back the Big Reds outside the 10-yard line. It'll still be second down. Trojan defense is responding big time here in this first quarter. Had their first takeaway of the season nullified by that roughing the passer call. They start the clock. Murdoch will be in shotgun. Calipone will line up to his left. I wouldn't be shocked to see a pass here. He is looking to throw, rolling to his left. Pressured. And Zandrick Allison will push him out of bounds. Now I think they do go ahead and start the clock after they get the down marker set, and it backs them up another few yards. So they've gone from first and goal at the 8 to where now it's third and goal at about the 20-yard line. Great job by the Trojan defense. They have not started the clock here. So apparently we will have one more play here in the first quarter at least. Third and goal from the 20. Let's go defense. Ready for the snap. Gets it. Murdoch looking. Now rolls to his right. Rolls to his left. Has all kinds of time. Whips a pass. It will be caught, but driven out of bounds is Triton Thomas, number 1. He caught that pass when they converted on fourth down at midfield. So it's fourth and goal here. Now the Big Reds do not have we were told they don't have really a place kicker because they weren't going for any extra points last week. And they are not going for a field goal here. It's going to be fourth and goal from the 5. Murdoch ready for the snap. Fakes the handoff on the keeper. He's in for a touchdown. 3 seconds left in the first quarter, and the Centerville Big Reds get a 5-yard touchdown run from quarterback Mac Murdoch. And that was on fourth down. So they will go for 2. Did it all their touchdowns last week against Knoxville. A regular offensive formation. They have 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Calipone will line up behind quarterback Mac Murdoch. They fake the handoff to Calipone. Now Murdoch is rolling. He dives in for the 2. So Centerville will take an 8-7 lead with 3 seconds left in the first quarter. We'll end the first quarter on a kickoff. We'll do that after this 30-second timeout. Trojan football coming your way on the Ottumwa Radio Group YouTube channel.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive Lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard. You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Back here at Fairfield High School, Trojan Stadium on Pearl Smith Field. Centerville getting ready to kick it off with the number 69, Jason Morrow. Again, 6'2", 225, one of the bigger kickers you're going to see. high school football, of course, you sometimes get lineman-type players doing the kickoffs or even extra points occasionally. So Centerville taking an 8-7 lead. What a huge call, that roughing the passer, when Fairfield had gotten an interception and long return by Nolan Smith all the way into Centerville territory. But unfortunately nullified by that judgment call of roughing the passer. Morrow was approaching the ball, and apparently the referee hadn't said it was time yet. Now he says we're ready. They squibbed the first kick. Went to one of the up backs, Spencer McCready. This one will be a little deeper and it'll go out of bounds. So we'll still have another play in the first quarter. With the kick going out of bounds, Fairfield should get it their own 35-yard line, I believe. It was out of bounds at around the 22, but I don't think that really even matters. It's automatically 35-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 Trojans for the final play, we think, of the first quarter. It could be, if it's a defensive penalty, I think you have another untimed down to extend a quarter even further. Well, Fairfield's going to make them re-kick. So the Trojans are saying, no, you got to back it up 5, kick it off from your own 35-yard line. They didn't mark off any penalty yard. It should be 5 yards back. Yeah, let's back it up to the 35. The official has spotted the ball. Forgot there was a 5-yard penalty on that play. So the kickoff from the 35. Fairfield says, hey, we can do better than our 35. This will be the gamble here. Let's see if that pays off. Coach Jones talked about wanting to get a big play in the kicking game. Well, certainly a kickoff return for a touchdown would qualify. So again, Morrow will be the kicker. It's Morrow, not Marlowe, like my good friend Trooper Jason. And the kick is pooched over to the right side. It was loose for a second. There's a scramble. I think Fairfield came up with the football. Yeah, Calvin McLean, I believe, covered it up. And that will do it for the first quarter. So 1 quarter in the books, each team with a touchdown. Difference is Centerville 2-point conversion, Fairfield 1, so 8-7 Big Reds after a quarter. We'll be back in a minute with more Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
Dr. Matt here. Looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic. Complete dental care for your entire family. Your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
For those shaping the future of Fairfield, Southern Iowa Ready Mix is your trusted partners. With every pour, they're committed to quality, durability, and the satisfaction of watching your vision take form. From the smallest patio to the largest development, they deliver more than materials, they deliver possibilities. Visit SouthernIowaRM.com and lay the groundwork for structures that stand the test of time. Because at Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield, they believe in building a legacy one mix at a time. You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
So Trojans 1st and 10 from their own 46. The handoff to Zandrick Allison straight ahead. He's got a good gain on first down, crosses midfield. Fairfield in plus territory on the opening play of the second quarter. Took a while to get to the end of the first with Centerville getting that late touchdown and then the kick going out of bounds. Fairfield smart on that re-kick, even though Centerville almost created a turnover with that pooch kick, a semi-onside kick, if you will. But Fairfield able to cover it up, gained 11 yards on that decision. 2nd and 2, Trojans. Christian Rasmussen, the center, hands to Boss Richardson, snaps it, I should say. Boss on the quarterback keeper, gets outside. He's got a first down and then some. Run out of bounds on the play inside the Centerville 35-yard line. Trojans going toward the south end of the stadium. Have 1st and 10 on the Big Reds 33-yard line. Just underway in the second quarter. Fairfield had their first lead of the season on that opening touchdown drive, went 61 yards in over 6 minutes, capped off by another Ethan Bisgard touchdown. He's had all 3 Fairfield touchdowns this season. That was a 4-yard run, and Zandrick Allison kicked the PAT. It was good to see them going to a kick for the extra point. Zandrick. Handoff is to Ethan. Ethan Bisgard right at the middle. He gets a solid gain down to about the 25. Boy, you can get 7-8 yards on first down. You love that as an offensive coordinator. 2nd and 2. Ball at the Big Red 25-yard line. I jokingly said their mascot is a big stick of chewing gum, the Big Reds, but actually it's more of a Native American tribute in the Big Red nickname. Voss ready for the snap. Hands it off to, nope, keeps it. Quarterback pass. It's complete for a touchdown. Blake Burnett gets a touchdown catch, and finally somebody other than Ethan Bisgard has a Trojan touchdown this season. 25-yard pop pass. 10:38 to go in the first half. Trojans are back on top. 25-yard touchdown pass. That was, I'm sure, a shock to Centerville, the way we've been running the football. Now Fairfield sending Zandrick Allison out there again with the tee. And we'll see if he can make it a 6-point Trojan lead. Boss Richardson will hold. Try to get the number of that long snapper here. Oh, it's Axel Starr, and the kick is good. So back in a minute with the Trojan kickoff. Fairfield on top 14-8. You're listening to Fairfield High School football on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
We care. At Jefferson County Health Center, it's the little things that make a big difference. We believe every patient deserves to feel safe and comforted, no matter what brings them here. We strive to turn fear into comfort. We are committed to ensuring every patient feels informed, supported, and truly cared for.
Jefferson County Health Center, care you can count on. It's what we do.
Planning for 2026? Smart farmers know the best yields start with the right choices. At Beck's Hybrids, where farmers are art, helping farmers succeed is what makes up the fabric of our culture. Call Brandon Tegler, your Beck's seed dealer serving Southeast Iowa. Get your 2026 seed orders in early and secure the varieties that perform best on your land. 641-919-7526. That's 641-919-7526. Beck's Hybrids, growing successful together.
Trojans ready to kick it off with Zandrick Allison. He's 2 for 2 on PATs on the season, and of course those are both tonight. Had a good kickoff his first time. Number 11 and number 8, the men back deep. And it will be taken by number 11. And good job coverage. Oh, he bounces outside. Now he's got a lot of green in front of him. And he may go. Oh, he's just tripped up at about the 2 by Blake Burnett. No flags on the play. Abram DeCina on the long kickoff return. No flags, unfortunately, so that will go down as a long kickoff return. 10:21 on the clock now, and Centerville will have it 1st and goal. Well, they spotted him out of bounds, apparently. It will not be quite as much as it looked. The ball will be at the Fairfield 28, or maybe there was a flag. The officials are conferring. I did not see one. They had him contained, then he bounced out to the left and had a lot of green in front of him. I'm not sure what the officials are talking about here. They're just, one guy started to go toward north, which would be the end zone Centerville is attacking. And he came back. So the two guys are talking it over there. What's open late in Fairfield for dinner after the game? I don't know, maybe one of the fast food joints. I have no clue what they're talking about. And like I said, I didn't see a flag down. Now the referee comes in to join in the conference. This is I vote for fast food. Well, they're walking Centerville back. So apparently there was a flag. Illegal block on Centerville. So I'll have it at the Fairfield 38-yard line. It looked like it was going to be first and goal on the kickoff return by Messina. Decena, D-E-C-E-N-A. All right, quarterback, Mac Murdoch in the shotgun. Looking to throw. Now he's going to pull it down, and he will get pulled down. Tucker Robertson, Christian Rasmussen on the stop. Gain of about, we'll call it 3, 2nd and 7 coming up. We're going to be under 10 minutes left in the first half on the next snap of this football game. Again, the Trojans on top 14-8, so they've outscored their first game output already here tonight, thanks to those 2 Zandrick Allison PATs. Murdoch ready for the snap. Calipone behind him. Tosses it to the right. It's complete to Decena. Makes one man miss. He'll be wrestled out of bounds down there by Ethan Bisgard. But it'll be first down Big Reds as they go inside the red zone. This is a good quarterback. Mac Murdoch. Abram Decena mentioned he had the long kickoff return, and then he just got that pass. Murdoch from the shotgun. Looking to throw a lot more here. Hands it off to Calipone. Tackled by Ethan Bisgard. It'll be close to first and goal. I think they went inside the 5-yard line there. They'll spot it a couple of yards short. 2nd and 2 from about the Fairfield 4-yard line. So the Big Reds threatening to get the tying touchdown. Then if they get a 2-point conversion, they would take another 2-point lead. Right now the Fairfield defense is thinking we had an apparent takeaway nullified earlier. Let's get the first official takeaway here. Murdoch on the quarterback keeper. He'll go into the end zone for a Centerville touchdown. 8:44 on the clock. Murdoch his second rushing touchdown of the game. No flags on the play. And again, they leave the offense on the field to go for 2. They'll put the ball, looks like, on the left hash mark here. Of course, it's from the 3-yard line on conversions. Murdoch motioning for Decena to come back a little closer to the formation. He's wide to the right outside the hash marks. Murdoch ready for the snap. Looking to throw to Decena. And he caught it. It is good for the 2. So 2-point conversion pass. Murdoch to the guy who set it up with that long kickoff return. Decena, Abram Decena. So Big Reds are back on top. And we'll take a timeout. Be back with the Centerville kickoff right after this. You're watching and listening to Trojan Football on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
If you're tired of dropped calls and slow internet, we're here to help. Lisco's the future of fast, reliable communication. Never miss a beat with streaming, gaming, or video calls, whether you're working, playing, or just staying connected. Lisco brings you lightning fast speeds, crystal clear calls, and unbeatable reliability. Switch today and experience the difference. Call me, Samantha, your Lisco sales rep at 641-209-5400. That's 209-5400, or visit us at lisco.com.
Pick a card, any card. Right now, at Community First Credit Union, save big when you lock in a low intro rate on select credit cards. Choose between our Flex Rewards, Signature Rewards, or Smart Rate cards and enjoy a low rate for 12 months on purchases and balance transfers. Plus, each card offers perks like no annual fee and easy-to-use digital banking. Get details and apply at c1stcu.com or at any C First location. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
All right, back for the Big Red kickoff with big number 69, Jason Morrow. Of course, Trojans not sending anybody now inside the 20, and he tries to kick it a little bit deeper. It was taken on a knee by Ethan Bisgard, and he kind of put his head down like, I should have known that. So Fairfield will have it with their actually worst field position of the first half. And it's still not going to be bad outside the 20-yard line, I believe, the 21. So Fairfield takes over 1st and 10, back behind in the game, 16-14. So let's go offense. Voss Richardson. First touchdown by somebody other than Ethan Bisgard, and it was a nice pass from Voss Richardson to Blake Burnett, covering 25 yards on the last possession. Those 3 backs behind Voss. Hand it to Zandrick Allison. He busts it up the middle. Gets outside. He's got a lot of running room. 50, 40, 35, 30s. Did he stay in bounds? Ruled out of bounds at about the Centerville 27-yard line. Big play, Zandrick Allison. See, that was the opening play, right? So that would be 29 plus 23, 52-yard run to the Centerville 27-yard line. That's a big highlight for Zandrick here in the first half. That's more yards than he had last week. In fact, it was 5 less than Ethan's team-leading 57 on one play. Here's the handoff to Zandrick again. This time he's stacked up by the Big Red defense. He'll maybe squeeze out a yard or two. Opposites on the way these teams line up offensively. Centerville with the multiple wide receivers, shotgun formation, 1 running back. Fairfield with double tight ends, no wide receivers, 3 running backs. Right now that trio behind Voss Richardson is Ethan Bisgard, Zandrick Allison, and Brady Weigel. Nope, Spencer McCready. Spencer will be the man in the middle. Ethan on the right, Zandrick on the left. Here's the toss to Ethan. Ethan trying to get outside. He's wrapped up by the Big Reds' number 8, Connor Petoya. And there's going to be a late flag as they threw Ethan to the ground. Now the referee, after throwing his flag, threw his hat because I think Fairfield got a retaliation after Centerville initially had the penalty. These teams are being a little bit contentious out there for the moment. So we'll see how this sorts out. The initial penalty was on Big Reds for throwing the ball carrier to the ground. But I think Fairfield might get caught on the retaliation. The officials are going to talk about this. And the Centerville player's beating his helmet with his right hand like, that was dumb. What was I thinking? The play had been blown dead and he threw him to the ground. Like I said, the referee had thrown his flag, so he threw his hat. Oh. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Centerville. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Fairfield. Like I said, they'll offset. So to bring up 3rd and 6, I believe. Or maybe it'll be 2nd down over again. So 2nd and 6. It is going to be 3rd. Yeah, 3rd and 6. And we're in 4-down territory inside the Centerville 25. New play coming in with Chase Countryman. Offensive line, again, Christian Rasmussen, the center. Guards Calvin McLean, Hank Hansel. Tackles Nolan Smith, and got to check the other one here. Voss straight ahead on the quarterback keeper. He's pushing the pack ahead. Centerville thinks they took the ball away. The officials are saying no, forward progress was stopped. It's going to be real close to a first down. That other offensive lineman, 67 for the Trojans, Alex Hudson. Alex is a 5'10", 197-pound junior. So it is first down. Wow, that quarterback sneak worked effectively, gets the first down. I mentioned Christian Rasmussen. He was center last season. 6 foot, 224-pound senior. Nolan Smith, 6'3", 290 senior. Calvin McLean, 6 foot, 185 senior. Hank Hansel, 5'10", 186 sophomore. All right, here we go on first down. Handoff went straight ahead with Ethan Bisgard. Now they're going to throw a flag again. Oh, Spencer McCready on the carry. Spencer popped out of there with the football, went into the end zone. They threw a flag. These two teams are not liking each other at the moment. A lot of pushing, shoving, and, as they say, extracurricular activity. Or as I will say it. We'll see which way this goes. We've had more official conferences than parent-teacher conferences. They wave off the flag. So no infraction, apparently. Now where are they going to spot the ball at? It's in the red zone. Should be second and short. Oh, wow. No gain on the play. Second and 10. I thought sure he had 6 or 7 yards on that. Here's Voss handing it off to Zandrick Allison. Zandrick running it straight up the middle. He's still on his feet. Everybody's trying to pull the ball out on each play. Ball's about the 10-yard line. It'll set up a third and around 2 yards to go. This officiating crew probably not on Matt Jones' favorites list right now. Started with that roughing the passer that nullified the interception by Nolan Smith. Third down. Toss to Zandrick. Zandrick's got running room. He's inside the 5. It'll be first and goal to go, Trojans. There's a push after the play. There's a flag. I really think they're going to have to kick somebody out in this game to get control. Because both teams are really, after each play, there's pushing, shoving. This is going to be a personal foul on the Big Reds, but this is a meaningless penalty. It'll be like a 2-yard penalty where it should be 15 if it was out around, well, if it's outside the 30-yard line, it'd be a 15-yard penalty. But I think these officials need to get control back. And, I mean, you hate to see them kick a kid out, but sometimes you got to send the message that it's not going to be tolerated. But first and goal, Trojans from the Centerville 2-yard line trying to regain the lead. It'll be an interesting trip down to Centerville in week 2 next year. Right now, these teams are not happy with each other. Voss Richardson in behind Christian Rasmussen. Hands it off to Zandrick. It's a touchdown, Trojans. 5:29 left in the first half. Trojans strike for another touchdown. First of the season for Zandrick Allison. So Fairfield 20, Centerville 16. And they're still going to, I think, kick the extra point. Yeah, Zandrick comes out with the tee. Now I got to count on the defense to stop Centerville to keep them from getting 6 and a potential 2-point conversion. Again, long snapper, Axel Starr. Voss Richardson the holder, Zandrick Allison the kicker. And it's blocked. I thought the kid was offsides. Yeah, we have. No, they say no. The kick is blocked, so we're back with a Trojan kickoff in a minute. Fairfield 20, Centerville 16 on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
There's nothing quite like Friday Night Lights to bring a community together. This is Scott with Beener Funeral Home in Fairfield, and we believe in the strength of a community. My wife Rachel and I grew up in Van Buren County and are proud to serve this community we call home. From monument sales, pre-planning, and creating unique celebrations of life, we invite you to experience the Beener difference where we put families and community first. Beener Funeral Home, serving Van Buren County and all of Southeast Iowa, and proud supporter of Van Buren County sports.
Dr. Matt here. Looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic. Complete dental care for your entire family, your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
Getting set for a Trojan kickoff with Zandrick Allison. Fairfield by 4 at the moment, 2016 with 5:27 remaining here in the second quarter. First half been a lot of action, a lot of spirited competition, if you will. Teams not liking each other, pushing, shoving. Had, offsetting unsportsmanlike conducts. We've had personal fouls. We've had controversial roughing the passer that nullified a Trojan interception. Anyway, and it looked like everybody up here thought the guy went offside to block that kick. Zandrick's kickoff will be taken by Centerville. It's fumbled by the deep man. Makes one man miss, and now he's got a lot of running room up the middle. Out across the 40-yard line. Number 5 on the return is Clayton Lawson. So the Big Reds will have good field position with 5:19 on the clock here in the second quarter. Centerville will have it 1st and 10 on their own 43-yard line. That last touchdown drive for the Trojans went 79 yards. Of course, the key play, a 52-yard run by Zandrick Allison to the Centerville 27, and he was rewarded with the 2-yard touchdown carry. We've had 3 different Trojans score touchdowns in this game. Ethan Bisgard got the first, Blake Burnett the second on a catch from Voss Richardson. Here's pass from Tucker out to DeCina. Ethan Bisgard has him lined up and will spin him out of bounds. But it will be enough for a Centerville first down. They're throwing the ball a lot because we shut down their outstanding running back, Makoa Calipone. Last week, 19 carries, 193 yards, and he was not on pace to match that with the Fairfield defense doing a great job on him. But right now, Mac Murdoch, the quarterback, is being very efficient throwing the ball. 1st and 10, Big Reds. Vicky Rebling, Fairfield volleyball coach, expecting to join me at halftime. Murdoch ready for the snap. Calipone behind him. Looks to throw right. It is complete. I believe that was DeCina. Nope, a different receiver this time, number 17. That's Sloan Phillips, a sophomore, 5'7", 140-pounder. Gets the first down on that catch. Nope. Spotted a yard short. 2nd and 1. Fairfield by 4. Back and forth game. Trojans got the opening kickoff, so Centerville will receive to start the second half. Something to keep in the back of the mind here. Snap to Murdoch. Pump fake. Throws it down the right side. It is caught by DeCina. Now, are they going to call it a touchdown? He does initially. Spencer McCready was defending. Threw a flag which would indicate pass interference. Now, whether or not it was offensive or defensive, that's the question. Now, since he went and indicated touchdown, you'd figure it's going to be defensive pass interference. It was a 34-yard play. So it was defensive pass interference, so it will be a Centerville touchdown. 34 yards. So Centerville is right back on top. So Murdoch to DeCina. That's the combination that worked for the 2-point conversion after the last Centerville touchdown. And again, they're going for 2 here, which would make it a 4-point Centerville lead. From regular offensive formation. Murdoch will be in the shotgun. Calipone will be lined up, looks like to his left. 22-20. Again, we've got a long delay. Not sure what was happening in that situation. So Murdoch is ready for the snap. Fakes the handoff, going to keep it. And he's going to be strung out, and he's not going to make it. Nice job, Blake Burnett. Foss Richardson, Calvin McLean, all there to escort him out of bounds. So we've got a Centerville kickoff coming up in a minute. You're listening and watching the Trojan football team on the Ottumwa Radio Group YouTube channel.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard.
Need electrical work done right? Livewire Electric is Southeast Iowa's premier electrical contractor, serving Jefferson County and nearby areas. From home wiring upgrades to all your electrical needs, call Rod at 641-472-4853. Livewire Electric, powering your home safely. Give your house a facelift. Quality garage doors that make a difference. Call 641-209-9948 for your free estimate on a new garage door. Open and close your day with Straight Up Doors of Fairfield.
So another controversy with this crew of officials. They assessed a holding penalty on the kickoff. So the kickoff will be from the 50-yard line. Everybody up here is saying that's totally wrong by the book, but apparently they go by a different rule book, these guys here tonight. So Morrow will be kicking the ball off. Might go a little bit deeper this time. He does try it. It'll be handled by Ethan Bisgard, cutting up the right side. He's out of bounds. Right around the 23-yard line where Fairfield will have it with 4:54 remaining in the first half. Well, both teams have been very efficient offensively. The Trojans hoping to continue that on this possession. From their own 23-yard line, 1st and 10. Looks like offensive line now includes Sebastian Fitwee back in there at the left tackle position after Hudson had taken over. So he is joined by Hank Counsell on that side of Christian Rasmussen. On the right side, Calvin McLean and Nolan Smith. Here's the handoff to Brady Weigel. Weigel with a nice gain on the first down play. One thing I did notice that when they escorted Murdoch out of bounds, there was some Trojan players patting him on the shoulders, and there's some decent sportsmanship there for one of the few times we've had that in the first half between these two teams. There have been a lot more just pushing, shoving, and some nastier play or nastier exchanges after plays. Gain of 5, we'll call it. 2nd and 5. Voss hands it off, and this time Centerville got in the backfield and blew up the play. One of the first times tonight the Trojans have had a negative play. That was Brady Weigel on the carry. He'll lose, we'll call it 3. It'll set up a 3rd and, actually only lost a couple, 3rd and 7, I'll call it. New play in with Chase Countryman. Big 3rd down player. We haven't had a punt on either side here in the first half. Trojans want to avoid it by converting on this 3rd and long. Now, timeout called by Fairfield. We'll use it on the production end. Be back in a minute with Trojan football on the Ottumwa Radio Group YouTube channel.
For those shaping the future of Fairfield, Southern Iowa Ready Mix is your trusted partners. With every pour, they're committed to quality, durability, and the satisfaction of watching your vision take form. From the smallest patio to the largest development, they deliver more than materials, they deliver possibilities. Visit SouthernIowaRM.com and lay the groundwork for structures that stand the test of time. Because at Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield, they believe in building a legacy one mix at a time.
Sometimes accidents happen, and when they do, trust Finney Auto Body, Southeast Iowa's collision center specialists for over 40 years. We fix your vehicle the right way. We handle everything from minor fender benders to major repairs. Quality workmanship you can trust because we stand behind our work with a lifetime warranty. Don't let unexpected damage from an accident ruin your travel plans. Get right back on the road like it never happened at Finney Auto Body in Fairfield. Expert collision repair when you need it most. Visit us at FinneyAutoBody.com. And here at Finney Auto Body, we support the Fairfield Trojans.
3rd and 7 facing the Trojans. On their own 26-yard line. Need to convert here to keep this possession alive, trailing 22-20. Boss Richardson in behind center. Christian Rasmussen hands it off. Nope, keeping it. No, it's on the carry, and it's a first down by Ethan Bisgard. Again, I had the binoculars on all of them, and I didn't see the football. It was Ethan who had it and converts the first down. Got an 8-yard run to the Fairfield 35-yard line. Still enough time to get this ball down to the south end zone and take a lead into the halftime break. Again, Centerville will get the ball to start the third quarter. Voss comes up to center Christian Rasmussen. Ethan Bisgard in the middle of the 3-back alignment. Voss looking to throw, rolling to his right. Tosses it incomplete. Intended for Blake Burnett. Went over the head of Brady Weigel. It'll be 2nd and 10, Trojans. .309 clock stops on that incomplete pass. If you're a Chief fan, news not good. They're down 13-3 against the LA Chargers all the way down in Sao Paulo, Brazil. It looks like it's halftime there. But here it's 22-20 with still just over 3 minutes to go in the first half. Voss ready for the snap. Toss to Zandrick Allison. Zandrick cuts into the middle. He'll pick up solid yardage there. And it'll bring up a 3rd, and we'll call it about 6 to go. Gain of 4. So another big 3rd down coming up for the Trojan offense. Still inside their own 40-yard line, you would think. Unless you get within a yard, you'd be punting in this situation. But let's make it irrelevant and get a first down on this play. Christian Rasmussen has the ball in his right hand, ready to snap to Voss Richardson. Hands it off. Straight up the middle. First down. On the carry, I believe, Ethan Bisgard. Nope, Spencer McCready. Even with binoculars, this Trojan 3-back alignment, it's hard to pick up who has the ball. And it's just short of midfield, so now you're a yard away from plus territory. Just over 2 minutes left in the first half. Getting to that situation where another first down, you'd be pretty much 4-down territory. Voss ready for the snap. Fakes the handoff, puts it on his right hip. He's rolling into the secondary inside the 40. Fairfield first down at the Big Reds 38, so we're now in officially plus territory, and I would say 4-down territory. I don't know what Zandrick Allison's field goal range is. Obviously he can hit an extra point. Made 2 out of 3. The only one that wasn't converted was blocked by Centerville. Like I said, the guys up here in the press box saw it like I did. It seemed the guy who blocked it was offsides, but it wasn't called, so I guess it was not offside since they didn't throw a flag. Voss ready for the snap. Hands to Brady Weigel. Brady's got running room. Plows inside the 30. Going to be close to another Fairfield first down. We're under 2 minutes left in the first half. Each team 2 timeouts remaining. So it is first down Trojans on the Centerville 28-yard line. Ethan Bisgard in the middle of the three backs behind Voss. He gets the handoff. Ethan goes straight ahead. Talked to his grandpa, Dan Bowers. Said Ethan came over after the game last Friday night and showed him bruises all up and down his arm, and he was a hurting young man. Of course, he had both the Trojan touchdowns last week. Gain of 3 on that play, 2nd and 7 from the Centerville 25-yard line. Like we say, 4 down territory. 2 timeouts remaining here in this first half. Voss gets the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls to his right. Now he's going to keep it and goes down right around the 25-yard line, so they'll spot him, I guess, a yard loss on the play. Now timeout Fairfield, so we'll use it with them and be back in a minute with more Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
Planning for 2026? Smart farmers know the best yields start with the right choices. At Beck's Hybrids, where farmers are art, helping farmers succeed is what makes up the fabric of our culture. Call Brandon Tegler, your Beck's seed dealer serving Southeast Iowa. Get your 2026 seed orders in early and secure the varieties that perform best on your land. 641-919-7526. That's 641-919-7526. Beck's Hybrids, growing successful together.
Back here at Trojan Stadium, where the Fairfield High School football team has a 3rd and 9 coming up from their Centerville 27-yard line. Like we say, it's 4 down territory at this point of the field. So you got 2 plays to get 9 yards. Like to just do it on this 3rd down play, obviously. So we'll see what Coach Jones and the Trojans come up with. Voss turns, hands to Zandrick. Zandrick Allison, he'll get maybe 4 yards, so it will set up a 4th down. Clock continues to run. 4th and about 6. Here comes a big play in this game. Voss hands to Ethan Bisgard. He'll be stopped short, so that'll turn it over on downs with 28 seconds left in the first half. First time either team has been stopped tonight. Centerville will take over on their own 23-yard line with 28 seconds left in the half, and they, you would think, would run the clock out here. They do have 2 timeouts, and of course, weapons that could be quick strike capability. Makoa Calipone, their junior running back, of course, sophomore quarterback Mac Murdoch. Murdoch will be in the shotgun. 28 seconds left in the half. So we'll see what they do here. And just take the knee. I don't know why you would line up in the shotgun, take the knee, then you lose like 3 or 4 yards. But that will do it for the half. Centerville 22, Fairfield 20 as we're at the break. Coach Vicki Rebling of Fairfield High School Volleyball up here in the press box will join me after this 3-minute timeout. The halftime show brought to you by Biener Funeral Home will include a first half recap from Leo's Pizza and Grill on Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. So after this 3-minute timeout, we'll get into that halftime show of Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
Pick a card, any card. Right now, at Community First Credit Union, save big when you lock in a low intro rate on select credit cards. Choose between our Flex Rewards, Signature Rewards, or Smart Rate cards, and enjoy a low rate for 12 months on purchases and balance transfers. Plus, each card offers perks like no annual fee and easy-to-use digital banking. Get details and apply at c1stcu.com or at NEC First location. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
Dr. Matt here. Looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic. Complete dental care for your entire family, your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard. For those shaping the future of Fairfield, Southern Iowa Ready Mix is your trusted partners. With every pour, they're committed to quality, durability, and the satisfaction of watching your vision take form. From the smallest patio to the largest development, they deliver more than materials, they deliver possibilities. Visit SouthernIowaRM.com and lay the groundwork for structures that stand the test of time. Because at Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield, they believe in building a legacy one mix at a time.
Call. I got a pair of clogged toilets.
2 pair, dripping faucets, and leaking pipes.
Full house, boys. Flooded basement, ruined water heater, and a wild card, broken sump pump.
Gentlemen, whatever your plumbing issue may be, call Roto-Rooter on Gateway Drive in Ottumwa. The drain cleaning and plumbing experts, residential and commercial, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Oh, and one more thing. A royal flush always beats a full house.
That's a bunch of crap.
Need electrical work done right? Livewire Electric is Southeast Iowa's premier electrical contractor, serving Jefferson County and nearby areas. From home wiring upgrades to all your electrical needs, call Rod at 641-472-4853. Livewire Electric, powering your home safely. Give your house a facelift. Quality garage doors that make a difference. Call 641-209-9948 for your free estimate on a new garage door. Open and close your day with straight-up doors of Fairfield.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Somebody was up here looking for AJ, but it was not my grandson and producer-director AJ Rowe. It was the AJ on the Centerville side of the broadcast here tonight. Joined by Vicki Rebling, Fairfield High School head volleyball coach. Of course, Vicki Allison. Her daughter is Allison, and that was the reason for naming the daughter Allison. It was your maiden name, which
that's correct.
Very appropriate there. Of course, married Al Rebling. And how many years you guys been married?
It was 30 last year.
30.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks.
That's a big milestone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. Well, your volleyball team, of course, last night was at Wayland, the Waco tournament. You defeated New London, which ironically was their season opener. And how many matches had we played before last night?
Well, originally we were 5-2, I think, before we went into or with Fort Madison, we probably were 6-2 going into that. Yep.
So 8 matches versus them playing the opener. Definite advantage there.
Absolutely, absolutely. We've had a little bit more time on the court and all of that, but we knew last night was going to be a different kind of night for us, coming off the big win against Fort Madison overall and just, playing the schools and making sure that we played at our level of volleyball and kept our intensity up the entire night, playing 3 in a row.
And, of course, you played Waco next, and that's a team you'd already met in the Steve Heisel Triangular and had swept them in 2. But I talked to my grandson, AJ, who had, of course, been with Shan Mokman covering Van Buren at the Waco tournament, and said Waco looked a lot better against Fairfield than they did at Wayland in that season opening tournament that they hosted, but you beat them 21-15, 21-12. Really, I think after that first set, pretty much controlled.
Yeah, we started off a little slow, I'd say a little sluggish. I told the girls that we needed to, get out of second gear, get up to 5th by the end of the night. So we did overall.
And that really showed against Cardinal because you just overwhelmed them. The closest it ever was. The first set was, I guess, 10-5. 4-2. 1 point you led 4-0, but 21-6 second set. Never a contest. 21-4. So you only gave up 10 points and just dominated that match against Cardinal. And yeah, not taking anything away from Cardinal, but that's the kind of match you just want to tell your girls to do what?
Exactly. Kind of match where we come out strong. We play our level of volleyball. We serve well. We serve aggressive and things like that. And we did that, very well against Cardinal that last match of the game overall. I had several aces that, between the two sets there. So definitely, stayed focused, did what we needed to do to end the night well.
Talk about your seniors, the leadership there.
Oh, we have a great group of seniors, 7 of them total. Unfortunately, Amelia Miller is out for the rest of the year. She had shoulder surgery
She's
earlier
battled
this
injuries.
week.
Just seems like her entire high school career.
Yeah, the last 2 years, unfortunately, went down with a knee injury partway through the season, and this year, shoulder. So we wish her well and a speedy recovery for sure, and miss her. But she'll be back joining us on the sidelines here pretty soon. Faith Jones, setter, can't say enough about her demeanor and discipline as a setter on our team, and she, runs a great offense for us. We have a lot of great hitters, that gives her a lot of options to do as well. So that's always fun. They love playing with each other, you can tell. They smile a lot. They have a good time on the court, so they're just a pleasure to coach.
And Faith, of course, had to give up her other favorite sport. This is the first school year that they've had girls tennis in the fall. So Faith being a member of the tennis team, you had another one, Natalie Steele, that's also on the volleyball team that had to, and she decided to go ahead and keep up the tennis and kind of go between the two sports. Is that working out good?
It is. We met ahead of the season, and kind of worked out a schedule and, identified where the conflicts were overall. But we're making it work with tennis. And, again, she's been very successful on both sides of that court overall between volleyball and tennis. So it's great to see. Tennis team is having a great year, too.
Yes.
So definitely all-around positivity there.
Other seniors, Maddie Martin, Iris Lane. Let's see, you got Mallory Weigel. I was telling John McConnell how to pronounce Brady's last name. I would have gone with Wiggle, but I said, nope, it's Weigel. And let's see, so on down the line. Of course, Natalie, only a junior, I mentioned her, but Elise Setterstrom and Isabel McCready. Izzy, one of the twins, the McCready twins with Spencer. Ironically, you got another set of twins that are part of the homecoming court.
Right, absolutely.
Faith and
Ian, yeah.
Yeah, the Jones twins. So that's the first time I think ever we've had 2 sets of twins on the homecoming court, a boy and a girl in each case. So that senior group as a whole, good leaders there?
Absolutely good leaders. They've been playing a lot together. They know each other very well. You can tell that with the chemistry on the court overall. And like I said, as a group, it's a great group. I have a very difficult decision every night we play to figure out who, I'm going to put on the court overall, because everybody's strong as the senior class, and then the ones that we brought up from the underclassmen too.
Yeah, the juniors, Bella Buckley, Ella Bentler, Leah Helmick, a good outside hitter, and when she hits and she gets that good set from Faith, she can put it down.
Yep, she can. She's hit the floor many times for us this year, so that's always fun to see.
I think that athletic bud from her mom, Lizzie. And of course, Lizzie Myers.
Yep.
Mentioned Natalie Steele, of course. Jaden Haynes, a good young player. She got some varsity playing time last year, as did Natalie Steele, and it's really, you can tell their confidence is there.
Absolutely. Anytime that you have a chance to play on the varsity court from years past, definitely you can build on that overall. Just their overall court awareness and being able to, read the other side of the net more and make different angles, work for them and things like that, instead of always going to the same locations or same spots. So that's what we've been really focused on, are changing our ankles and, catching our defense off guard.
A couple of sophomores round out the varsity. Lexi Mass, I noticed her jump serve, and she's got a good one.
She does. So she's got a nice little float on that. So a lot of times you don't know which direction it's going to go or land, and short serves too. So she's been a pleasant addition to our repertoire.
Exactly. And then one of my favorite names, Ireland Cranston. I sometimes call her England or Germany, but but it is Ireland. And she's just got that positivity.
Absolutely. She's a great voice communicator. She helps, from the sidelines as well. Indicates what's open to hitters, that for the spots that she's watching to learn game and gain more volleyball knowledge overall. So it's definitely a win-win for her.
Yeah, that conference win over Fort Madison Tuesday, 25-21. Then you lost 19-25, but came back dominated 25-9, 25-11. What'd you say between sets 2 and 3?
That we just need to settle down, play our game, get back to our fundamentals, take a deep breath. We just refocused a little bit overall on that and came back and, played really well to finish that match out.
I always joke that volleyball's got the most stats of any sport. Kill leader is Natalie Steele. Sets, obviously, Faith Jones, your primary setter and basically the only design setter on each play. Sometimes others have to pick it up depending on the ball coming across. But blocking leader, Bella Buckley. Easy for me to say. Dig leader, Isabel McCready. She's the libero, which if you go to a volleyball match, there's, of course, all the players have a certain uniform color except for the liberos in a different color. So where did that come from, do you know? Just to make them stand out, I guess?
Right, exactly, yep.
And then ace serve leader, Iris Lane. So right now in the conference, you've only played one match. And, of course, we talked about it. You have a duel against each of the teams in the league, but the conference tournament decides the league titles. And that's I kind of miss the days of home and home and determining what I call true conference champion, because with the conference tournament, you're playing best of 3 matches. And, it's 2 nights. You play 2 matches one night, 3 matches the other night. So what's your feelings on it?
Right. We've talked about it, overall from all the conference schools. I think this might be the last year for every team getting to host the first and the second round. So it may be up for discussion again on how we want to, proceed with the conference tournament or go back to playing everybody home and away and, counting that as our conference champion based on the regular season schedule.
Okay, you got a trip to Washington. That's going to be a big match there, the defending champs. And then you got the Williamsburg tournament a week from tomorrow. Then Burlington will come here on the 16th. So they were I think, runner-up in the conference last year. So
that's correct. Yeah, the final match last year came down to Washington and Burlington. So Washington's off to a good start. We saw them at the Grinnell tournament, even though they were in a different pool. We saw them ahead of the schedule when we went to the Central Team Competition Camp. So they've got, a good team there. So we'll have to work hard, but the girls are looking forward to it.
First year of having air conditioning in the gym. Is that a pleasant aspect of practicing and everything?
Yeah, actually it's our second year.
Oh, it is second.
Yeah, last year was our first year. It's a little chilly, if you ask me. Sarah and I have to wear sweatshirts now and pants and all of that. The girls like it, though. So last night the gym was a little warm, and we've already, been deconditioned for the heat of a gym.
So you go to non-air conditioned gyms, it's an adjustment.
Right.
Anyway, well, Vicki, keep up the good work. Mention your assistant coach. Don't want to forget that.
Oh, yeah, Sarah Godwin. She's been with me several years. She's been with Fairfield Volleyball several years, whether, middle school level or high school level. So she's got a great rapport with the kids, being part of the school district as well. So we enjoy each other. We have a lot of fun. We bounce things off of each other a lot. So can't wait to finish our season together. So it's been a great year so far, and looking forward to what we have left.
I appreciate you coming up here at halftime of this home opening football game, and good luck the rest of the season.
Well, thank you. I always appreciate your coverage, and thanks for the invitation, Lee.
You betcha, Vicki. Vicki Rebling, head coach of Fairfield High School Volleyball, here at halftime. Trojans trail Centerville 22-20. Leo's Pizza brings you the first half recap in 1 minute on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
At Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
If you're tired of dropped calls and slow internet, we're here to help. Lisco's the future of fast, reliable communication. Never miss a beat with streaming, gaming, or video calls, whether you're working, playing, or just staying connected. Lisco brings you lightning fast speeds, crystal clear calls, and unbeatable reliability. Switch today and experience the difference. Call me, Samantha, your Lisco sales rep at 641-209-5400. That's 209-5400, or visit us at lisco.com.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Back here at halftime, Leo's Pizza and Steakhouse brings you the recap of the first half. Trojans struck first, went 61 yards on the opening possession, 11:57 when the drive started, 5:19 when it ended. Over 6 minutes later, a 4-yard touchdown run by Ethan Bisgard. Zandrick Allison, first PAT kick of the season, was good. Centerville would go 75 yards, and they had a big 4th and 2 conversion at the 50-yard line, a pass that kept the drive alive, and they would finish the drive with 3 seconds left in the first quarter. 5-yard run by quarterback Mac Murdoch, and that was on 4th down, by the way. Murdoch ran in the 2-point conversion. Centerville led 8-7. Fairfield took over at their own 46, basically at the end of the first quarter, and with 10:38 to go in the second quarter, scored on a 25-yard pass. Foss Richardson to Blake Burnett. Zandrick Allison's PAT made it 14-8 Fairfield. Centerville then took over at the Fairfield 38 after a long kickoff return that appeared to go inside the 5 where it would have been 1st and goal, but there was a penalty that backed it out to the Fairfield 38, but it didn't matter. They scored on a 4-yard run again by quarterback Murdoch. 8:44 remaining in the second quarter. A 2-point pass from Murdoch to Abram DeCina left Centerville on top 16-14. Then Fairfield got it their own 21 with 8:43 on the clock. Had a big run by Zandrick Allison, 52 yards, put it to the Centerville 27. And with 5:29 to go in the first half, Zandrick scored on a 2-yard touchdown. The PAT kick was blocked. It looked like Centerville might have been offside, but it wasn't flagged. So obviously, in the official's opinion, was not offside. That left Fairfield up by 4, 2016. Centerville took over their own 43 with 5:19 in the first half. Scored at 4:59, a 34-yard pass, touchdown from Murdoch to DeCina. 2-point run was stopped short, and that's where we stand, 22-20 at halftime. Here's some other scores tonight as we look around the games involving teams that Fairfield has on their schedule. Keokuk leading Mediapolis in the third quarter, 13-7. Solon 20, Williamsburg 7. That's in the third quarter. Of course, Solon is the, I'd say, favorite in Fairfield's district, ranked 6 in Class 3A. Halftime, Mount Vernon leading Benton Community. Of course, last week's Fairfield opponent, 23-6. Pekin 60, New London 20 in the third quarter. 11th ranked Pekin in Class 1A or A. Might be A. I'm not sure. But anyway, in one of those two classes. Fourth quarter, it's Linville Sully 50, Cardinal nothing. So Cardinal playing at home, unfortunately, coming up short tonight. Fourth quarter, Columbus Junction leading Van Buren County 29-6. And in the fourth quarter, Sheraton leading Davis County 38-0, I believe that score. Didn't have a score on Mount Pleasant hosting, or Mount Pleasant at Knoxville, or Washington at Independence. Or let's see, we did have Keokuk leading Mediapolis 13-7 in the third quarter. So those are the scores as tracked down by my producer, director, cameraman, and scoreboard aficionado, A.J. Rowe. Looks like the Trojans getting out on the field to get set for the second half kickoff. And again, halftime show brought to you by Beaner Funeral Home, the recap of service of Leo's Pizza and Grill on Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Thanks to all of our great sponsors of Trojan football here on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel. Kansas City is back within a point in the game down in Brazil, 13-12 in the NFL. Of course, NFL season started last night. Philadelphia holding off Dallas in Pennsylvania, 24-20. Some C.D. Lamb drops late in that game cost the Cowboys an opportunity to pull off a big upset on the opening night of the NFL season. Zandrick Allison approaches the ball, puts the right foot to it, and the kick will be bounced, and it's taken by Lawson, I believe, number 5. He's bottled up. Now cuts back to his left, and he's got a lot of running room. He'll be run down by Ethan Bisgard. Ethan does not get a break. He plays kickoff coverage, of course, offense, defense, special teams. Clayton Lawson was the return man for Centerville on that second half kickoff. So 11:52 on the clock. Big Reds will have it with a 2-point lead, and they'll be on their own 36-yard line. Fairfield took top running back Makoa Kalaponi pretty much out of the game in the first half. Now we're going to have a flag fly on before the first play of the second half. Centerville applauds. It looks like it might have been Fairfield offside. So, yep, they got caught in the neutral zone, so be a 1st and 5 for the Big Reds on the opening play of the second half. Quarterback Mac Murdoch. Again, he scored a couple of touchdown runs and had that TD pass, the long pass that is the difference in the game right now that has Centerville on top. Calipone will line up to his right from the shotgun. Murdoch ready. Rolling to his right on the quarterback keeper. Got a lot of running room. He'll be tackled by Spencer McCready, I believe. Yep, Spencer got him down. Mentioned Spencer and twin Isabel McCready. Two of the members of the homecoming court, the one set of twins, the other ones being Faith and Ian Jones. So first down Centerville, they go to the Fairfield 43-yard line on that opening play of the third quarter. Calipone will line up to the left of quarterback Murdoch in the shotgun. Two receivers each side of the formation. Here's Murdoch again on the quarterback keeper. Made one man miss. Stiff arms another man and escorted out of bounds by Blake Burnett. Good sportsmanship there. They each patted each other on the back. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5 for the Big Reds. Centerville last week beat Knoxville 56-21. They had 22 the first half here. Oh, Lawson lining up at quarterback now. So I don't know if Murdoch had an equipment situation after that play. Lawson will keep it. Tackled by Axel Rose. Axel Starr. Guns N' Roses here, baby. Axel Rose. First down, Big Reds as they go inside the Fairfield 35-yard line. Ball will be spotted at the 32. Yeah, Lawson right now is running the show at quarterback. Clayton Lawson fakes the handoff, keeping it to the left. Bounces off a couple tacklers and wrapped up around the legs by Axel Starr. Also Blake Burnett, Spencer McCready at the end of the play. We've got a Centerville player down, shaken up. It's number 1. That's Triton Thomas. So with the Centerville injury on the field, we'll take a timeout. Be back in, I'd say, maybe a minute. We'll see how it goes here as far as getting to the injured player. Back in a minute with more Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard.
Pick a card, any card. Right now, at Community First Credit Union, save big when you lock in a low intro rate on select credit cards. Choose between our Flex Rewards, Signature Rewards, or Smart Rate cards, and enjoy a low rate for 12 months on purchases and balance transfers. Plus, each card offers perks like no annual fee and easy-to-use digital banking. Get details and apply at c1stcu.com or at NEC First location. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
For those shaping the future of Fairfield, Southern Iowa Ready Mix is your trusted partners. With every pour, they're committed to quality, durability, and the satisfaction of watching your vision take form. From the smallest patio to the largest development, they deliver more than materials, they deliver possibilities. Visit SouthernIowaRM.com and lay the groundwork for structures that stand the test of time. Because at Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield, they believe in building a legacy one mix at a time.
There's nothing quite like Friday night lights to bring a community together. This is Scott with Beaner Funeral Home in Fairfield, and we believe in the strength of a community. My wife Rachel and I grew up in Van Buren County and are proud to serve this community we call home. From monument sales, pre-planning, and creating unique celebrations of life, we invite you to experience the Beaner difference where we put families and community first. Beaner Funeral Home, serving Van Buren County and all of Southeast Iowa, and proud supporter of Van Buren County sports.
Back with the 1st and 10 play. Triton Thomas did walk off without any assistance, favoring one leg a little bit. But 1st and 10 for Lawson running the offense now for Centerville. Hands to no keeper up the middle. He's going in for a touchdown. Wow, that was a good fake. He faked it to Calipone going to the outside right and took it right up the middle for a 22-yard touchdown. So Clayton Lawson, again, he's in for starter Mac Murdoch, and he gets a 24-yard or 22-yard touchdown run. So Centerville has the biggest lead of the game with 10:31 to go here in the third quarter. So he used just over a minute on the opening drive, going 64 yards. Murdoch is back in there at quarterback with Calipone to his right. Murdoch gets the snap, keeper, and he's in for the 2-point conversion. So a 2-point run by Murdoch, and the Big Reds extend their lead to 10, 30-20. Back in a minute with a Centerville kickoff. You're listening and watching Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
Planning for 2026, smart farmers know the best yields start with the right choices. At Beck's Hybrids, where farmers are art, helping farmers succeed is what makes up the fabric of our culture. Call Brandon Teglar, your Beck's seed dealer serving Southeast Iowa. Get your 2026 seed orders in early and secure the varieties that perform best on your land. 641-919-7526. That's 641-919-7526. Beck's Hybrids, growing successful together.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
All right, Centerville getting set to kick off with Jason Morrow. Big number 69. Fairfield cross-country season started yesterday over at Wildwood Park in Ottumwa. The Fairfield boys were 4th, led by John Miller 13th, Bryce Boatwright 14th, and 23rd from Clay Wellnitz, or actually, I think it was Clay Cass. Fairfield girls were 5th. Caroline Van Pelt was 9th, Naomi Steemsma 11th. Here's the kickoff from Morrow. Taken by Ethan Bisgard on the return. Cuts up the middle. Gets it out across the 35-yard line. So nice return by Ethan Bisgard. And with 10:25 on the clock, Trojans will have their initial possession of the second half, down by 10 points. First time it's been a more than one score lead on either side. And actually the return was to the Fairfield 40-yard line. So 1st and 10, Trojan offense. Voss Richardson in behind center, Christian Rasmussen. Hands it to Ethan Bisgard off left tackle. Ethan keeping his feet going, gets it out close to midfield, and he's going to go across the midfield stripe before being taken to the turf. So Fairfield gets in plus territory across the 50. First down at the Centerville 48-yard line. My Centerville roster just hit the floor, so I have to duck down here for a minute. Got caught on my elbow. All right, let's set that offensive line here. Nolan Smith, Sebastian Fitwe are the tackles. Calvin McLean, Hank Hansel the guards. Center, Christian Rasmussen. Here's the fakes by Voss. And it's Zandrick Allison on the carry, and it's a solid gain on first down. Carrying out those fakes beautifully. Zandrick will get a gain to about the Centerville 42-yard line, so we'll call it 6, 2nd and 4. I'll plan to talk to Fairfield cross-country coach Jared Belzer halftime of the homecoming game next Friday with Mediapolis coming to Fairfield High School. Boss ready for the snap. Spencer McCready, the middle back now, and he gets the carry. He's got running room. He busts out the left side. He's at the 20, 10, 5, touchdown Trojans. 42-yard touchdown run by Spencer McCready. Oh, there's a flag on the play. Let's see. Sideline warning on Centerville. It's a touchdown. Woo! Spencer McCready makes it another different Trojan with a touchdown tonight. They've all been scored by different players. Good to see that. Last week, both were by Ethan Bisgard. Zandrick Allison will try the PAT that would bring Fairfield within 3. Again, the long snapper is Axel Starr. Oh, they're going to go for 2 this time. All right. Crossed me up there. Here's the toss to Ethan Bisgard. He's in for the 2. Or wait, he was stopped short. I thought he had a clear path, and then a Centerville player got in the way. So a 2-point run is stopped short. So Fairfield down 4 with 9:10 left in the third quarter. Back with more Trojan football. A kickoff coming up in a minute on the Ottumwa Radio Group YouTube channel.
Dr. Matt here, looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic, complete dental care for your entire family, your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
Need electrical work done right? Livewire Electric is Southeast Iowa's premier electrical contractor, serving Jefferson County and nearby areas. From home wiring upgrades to all your electrical needs, call Rod at 641-472-4853. Livewire Electric, powering your home safely. Give your house a facelift. Quality garage doors that make a difference. Call 641-209-9948 for your free estimate on a new garage door. Open and close your day with straight-up doors of Fairfield.
Zandrick Allison has the ball teed up on the north side of Trojan Stadium, and it falls off the tee. Wasn't the wind doing it, because again, the flag is pretty much still down there at the top of the south end of the bowl. If there was any wind being above the bowl, it would show, you would think. So he'll tee it up again, and we'll get that kick. Goes down the middle of the field. Picked up at about the 16-yard line by number 8. He was kind of nudged to the ground by Calvin McLean. That was Connor Patoyan on the return. So Centerville will have it with 9:04 left in the third quarter. Their lead is 4 points over the Trojans. There is a flag down on the play. Usually on a kick return, it's on the return team, but we'll see how this one sorts out. Chop block on Centerville. I think that's a 15-yarder. So this will back them up significantly. Now let's see the Trojan defense can take advantage of having Centerville backed up. This will be about their worst field position to start a drive tonight. It'll be all the way back to around the 11-yard line. So that was a huge call. Let's get that first takeaway of the season here. We appeared to have it in the first half, an interception by Nolan Smith and a great return all the way. I'd say it went about 40 yards on the return, but unfortunately they called roughing the passer on the Trojans. So the ball will be at the 14-yard line. And back there at quarterback is Mac Murdoch, trying to get outside. He's tackled by Tucker Robertson. Decent gain on the play. Dre Smithberg's in the house. Good to see a Fairfield High School alum. Call it a gain of 6, 2nd and 4. Murdoch with Calipone behind him in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers left and as well 2 on the right. Murdoch ready in the shotgun for the snap. Low snap. The ball is going back. Calipone scoops it up, and this will be a big loss as he'll be tackled inside the 10. Christian Rasmussen got to him. Also Blake Burnett, Calvin McLean helping make sure he wouldn't get away. So there's a big play. Got to keep Centerville pinned back now at 3rd and long. The ball will be at the Centerville 7-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 17. You got to come up with the defensive play here. Zandrick Allison came through on the blitz before the ball was snapped. So, well, I'm here ready to take him out. So a 5-yard penalty, that'll make it 3rd and 12 for Centerville. That was a no-doubter. I saw Zandrick in my binoculars. He was running up, and then he just couldn't stop himself, kept going. That was a Dre Smithberg move, aggressive. Dre's big smile on his face. So 3rd and 12. Still got to come up with a big play here. Again, the Trojans now they back off the blitz. Murdoch's pass going long down the right side. It is incomplete. Ball hits the ground. And we'll have our first punt of the night by either side. Like last week, I think there was only 1 punt per team. So 4th and 12, Centerville from their own 12-yard line. We'll find out who the Centerville punter is. Looks like number 22, which is that running back, Calipone, Makoa Calipone. Fairfield has back Ethan Bisgard. 4th and 12. Snap is good. Calipone's kick is short. And it will just roll dead in Centerville territory. So Fairfield will be less than half the field from getting the lead back. We'll keep it right here. Let's mention all of our sponsors for Trojan football. I mentioned the halftime recap brought to you by Leo's Pizza and Grill on Burlington Avenue in Fairfield, just west of the corner of 6th and Burlington. Finney Auto Body of Fairfield, where they take the dents out of accidents. Beaner Funeral Home and Crematory of Fairfield. Packwood Locker and Meats in Packwood. Family First Chiropractic, West 2nd Street in Ottumwa, delivering an elevated level of holistic care. All right, we got a play getting underway here, so we'll get back to the sponsor list here. Voss turns, hands to Ethan Bisgard. Ethan, a short gain on the play. Ball was at the Centerville 41 to start that drive. Best field position of the night for the Trojans. They get about 3 yards on that first carry by Ethan, 2nd and 7. Pretty much 4 down territory to start the possession in plus territory. Here's the handoff to Zandrick Allison. Zandrick straight ahead. He's into the secondary, still on his feet. Down close to the 20-yard line. First down, Trojans. Fairfield doing a great job of that offensive line. Mentioned Family First Chiropractic, West 2nd Street at Ottumwa. Incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physiotherapy and ensuring their clients receive the best results. Roto-Rooter, Gateway Drive in Ottumwa, 24/7 emergency service available, serving Ottumwa, Fairfield, and surrounding areas. All right, 1st and 10 Trojans. Voss ready for the snap. Hands to Zandrick Allison. Zandrick goes straight ahead. Driven back on the play. They're in the red zone now. Call it a gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Also thanks to Brandon Taglar, your Beck Seed dealer serving Southeast Iowa. Lisco, your experts for fiber optic. Jefferson County Health Center, cares you can count on. Cranston Family Funeral Home in Fairfield and Keosauqua. Monument Sales, Irish Ridge Cremation. Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield. Live Wire Electric and Straight Up Doors, West Grimes in Fairfield. Here we go on 2nd and 7. Handoff. No, Voss on the keeper. Has the ball in his right hip. He's rolling into the secondary. He's got a first down inside the 5. 1st and goal to go for the Trojans. Smithburg Automotive. Vehicle maintenance, rental, vehicle sales. Also Smitty's Auto and Recycling on West Grimes and Fairfield. Community First Credit Union, because together is better. Check them out, cfirstcreditunion.com, and Fairfield Dental Clinic, West Adams in Fairfield. 1st and goal, Trojans. 2 yards from getting the lead back. We're only just over halfway through the third quarter. It's been a fun football game. Here's the handoff to Zandrick. He stopped right about the 1 yard line, got half the distance on that first down carry. Just secure the ball and get it in that south end zone to take the lead. 2nd and goal. Surprised they don't go quarterback sneak. I'll be surprised if they don't go quarterback sneak here. We'll find out. See if Voss Richardson can get his first rushing touchdown of the season. Spencer McCready, Ethan Bisgard, Zandrick Allison behind him. Voss straight ahead. There it is. And it is. Still waiting for a signal. Don't get it yet. And there it is. Touchdown, Trojans. 4:51 left in the third quarter. Fairfield is back on top. 1 yard touchdown quarterback sneak from Voss Richardson. And let's see what they do on the extra point. I'd go for, one would leave you up 3. And of course, they don't really have not displayed any type of a field goal kicker. So we'll see what they decide. They are going for 2. Ball is outside, and it's going to be stopped short. On the run was Voss Richardson, tried the quarterback keeper. So 2-point run stopped short. 4:51 left in the third. Fairfield back on top, 32-30. Back in a minute with more Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive Lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard.
Pick a card, any card. Right now, at Community First Credit Union, save big when you lock in a low intro rate on select credit cards. Choose between our Flex Rewards, Signature Rewards, or Smart Rate cards, and enjoy a low rate for 12 months on purchases and balance transfers. Plus, each card offers perks like no annual fee and easy-to-use digital banking. Get details and apply at c1stcu.com or at any C First location. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
Ready for a Zandrick Allison kickoff after the touchdown by Voss Richardson. So all 5 Trojan touchdowns by different players tonight, including a touchdown pass that went from Voss to Blake Burnett. The rest of the touchdowns on the ground. Zandrick puts the right foot to it. That's a nice kickoff. And will be taken by number 8. Makes a couple guys miss before being stopped right around the 30-yard line. That's Connor Betoyan. Betoyan on the return. Centerville will have it with 4:42 left in the third quarter. Trojans back on top by 2. It'll be from the Centerville 31-yard line. That bad snap on the last possession by Centerville helped the Trojans stop the Big Red offense. Quarterback ready for the snap. Hands to, keeper. He's thrown down by Calvin McLean. Quarterback Mac Murdoch on the carry. Maybe get a yard on the play. Actually, I think they're going to say no gain. So 2nd and 10. Mac Murdoch. Again, the running back beside him is Makoa Caliponi. Murdoch looking to throw, rolling to his right. Christian Rasmussen got him. He's going to sack him. That's a big loss by the Big Reds. Goes back inside the Centerville 30-yard line. Will set up a 3rd and long. Call it 3rd and 14 for Centerville. Let's go defense. That first takeaway of the season, just waiting to be grabbed by a Fairfield defender. Clock is rolling here in the third quarter. Trojans 32, Big Reds 30. Murdoch gets the snap. Getting pressure from the backside. Throws it deep down the right side. It is caught by DeCina. No flags. Abram DeCina, another big hookup from his quarterback, Mac Murdoch. That was a huge third down conversion on 3rd and 14. So from the 27 to the Fairfield 40, that's a 33-yard pass. First down, Centerville. Murdoch ready for the snap. Calipone is up in front of him to the right. No, it's actually Lawson back in there at the quarterback position. He goes straight ahead for about 4 or 5 yards on the first down play. That 33-yard pass went to the Fairfield 40-yard line, so flipped the field, got him in plus territory. Gain of 5 on that carry by, again, Clayton Lawson coming in to play quarterback, his second series that I can recall tonight. Calipone is to his right in the backfield. Lawson gets the snap, fakes the handoff. Zandrick Allison got him from behind and will tackle him for no gain. 3rd and 5, Christian Rasmussen helped finish off that tackle. You see a touchdown pass, Patrick Mahomes to Travis Kelce. Kansas City going for 2 to try to tie it in that NFL football game, 2018 right now. Here it's 3rd and 5 for Centerville. Big play coming. Murdoch back in at quarterback. The 2-point conversion does not succeed. They've got still 12 and a change, 12:04 left in that fourth quarter of the NFL game. Here, we've still got 1:55 left in the third. Murdoch's pass complete for the first down. That number 17 caught a pass earlier similar to that. Sloan Phillips, a sophomore. So the Big Reds moved the chains. They got 1st and 10. They use signage to indicate their plays. They got some pictures. They got Nebraska Huskers, Chick-fil-A, Oklahoma Sooners, Subway, the Raiders, Canes, all kinds of stuff on those signs. First down, Murdoch and company. Oh, it's Lawson in again. He is wrapped up by Zandrick Allison, and Ethan Bisgard will say, I'm right here for you, Z. Take him to the ground for about a 4-yard loss on first down. Trojan defense at times making some plays. They had to get that big stop, get him into a 3rd and long. It'll actually be a loss of 3, 2nd and 13. Approaching the end of the third quarter. Fairfield on top by 2. Murdoch back at quarterback. Pass setting up the screen to Malapone. He's going to be taken out of bounds right around the Fairfield 10-yard line. Calipone. I said Malapone. Calipone. His first name is Makoa. Very unusual name, obviously. Makoa is spelled M-A-K-O-A, Calipone, K-A-L-E-P-O-N-I. It will be 1st and 10, Centerville on the Fairfield 11-yard line. So they could get a first down without scoring a touchdown. Lawson back at the quarterback. Fakes the handoff. Going to keep it. And going to be wrapped up by big Nolan Smith. Blake Burnett. Axel Starr also helping on the stop. He'll maybe get a yard gain to the 10. It'll be 2nd and 9 for Centerville. Alternating between Clayton Lawson and Mac Murdoch as far as taking the snaps now. Murdoch will again be at quarterback. Will be under 30 seconds when the snap comes on this 2nd and long. Murdoch rolling to his right. Pass is caught for a touchdown. That was Lawson on the receiving end. So a 9-yard touchdown for Centerville. Murdoch to Lawson. The two guys kind of alternating at quarterback. This time, Murdoch quarterbacks and Lawson receives. 25 seconds left in the third quarter. Centerville's back on top. They'll put the ball toward the left hash mark on the 2-point conversion. We'll see if Fairfield can get a stop here to only be down by 4. Murdoch rolling to his right. He's going to try to run it, and he will get there on the 2-point run. So Murdoch runs in the 2-point conversion. Centerville 38, Fairfield 32. Back with the Big Red kickoff in a minute. You're listening and watching Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
For those shaping the future of Fairfield, Southern Iowa Ready Mix is your trusted partners. With every pour, they're committed to quality, durability, and the satisfaction of watching your vision take form. From the smallest patio to the largest development, they deliver more than materials, they deliver possibilities. Visit SouthernIowaRM.com and lay the groundwork for structures that stand the test of time. Because at Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield, they believe in building a legacy one mix at a time.
We care. At Jefferson County Health Center, it's the little things that make a big difference. We believe every patient deserves to feel safe and comforted, no matter what brings them here. We strive to turn fear into comfort. We are committed to ensuring every patient feels informed, supported, and truly cared for.
Jefferson County Health Center, care you can count on. It's what we do.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
All right, back for the Big Red kickoff with Jason Morrow, number 69. Ball at the 40 on the south side of Pearl Smith Field here in Trojan Stadium. Decent following for the Big Reds across the way that made the trip from Centerville just over an hour. And we'll see Fairfield can get a big kickoff return here from one of their deep men, or it's a squib kick. Fairfield covers it up. Almost got away where it would have been a free ball, and there to make sure it didn't was Blake Burnett. So with 25 seconds left in the third quarter, Fairfield will take over on their own 46 or 7 yard line. So yeah, that's the one bad thing about those squib kicks. You give away a lot of field position. Fairfield own 47 yard line, 1st and 10. 25 seconds left in the third, expecting a running play here, which would likely get us to the fourth quarter. Center Christian Rasmussen ready to snap to Voss. He does, and the handoff goes straight ahead with Spencer McCready. Carries it across midfield, and that will carry us to the end of the third quarter. Centerville 38, Fairfield 32. Trojans going to try to take this ball the other rest of the half of the field to start the fourth quarter to get the lead back. See if they can do it when we come back in 1 minute with more Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
Dr. Matt here, looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic, complete dental care for your entire family, your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
Need electrical work done right? Livewire Electric is Southeast Iowa's premier electrical contractor, serving Jefferson County and nearby areas. From home wiring upgrades to all your electrical needs, call Rod at 641-472-4853. Livewire Electric, powering your home safely. Give your house a facelift. Quality garage doors that make a difference. Call 641-209-9948 for your free estimate on a new garage door. Open and close your day with Straight Up Doors of Fairfield.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
back to start the fourth quarter. Trojans football at the Centerville 49-yard line, so plus territory and hoping to take it the last 49 yards to get the lead back. 2nd and 6. Voss ready for the first snap of the fourth quarter. Hands it off to Brady Weigel this time on the carry. He'll get the ball to about the Centerville 46-yard line. It'll set up a 3rd and 3. 3rd and short. Axel Starr brings in the play. He and Chase Countryman alternate at one tight end. The other side is Blake Burnett, who got the first Trojan touchdown reception of the season from quarterback Voss Richardson. So 3rd and 3. And to Zandrick Allison. He's got the first down. Plows to the Centerville 40-yard line. Neither team's defense has been able to consistently stop the other team's offense, which makes for this high-scoring shootout. Already 70 points on the board, and I got a feeling we're going to see some more before this one's over. Obviously, you need to have at least 7 more from Fairfield to take the lead. Voss ready for the snap from Christian Rasmussen. Turns, hands it off to Spencer McCready, straight up the middle with that. If you call it a fullback dive, because that's the middleman in those 3 backs behind quarterback Voss Richardson. Let's set that offensive line once again. Sebastian Fitwee, Nolan Smith, the tackles. Guards, Calvin McLean, I believe Hank Hansel, and score center, Christian Rasmussen. Nolan Smith earlier had a interception and a long return nullified by a roughing the passer penalty. Here's the handoff to Voss on the keeper. Around the right end, he's got the first down, then some. Trots out of bounds on the east sideline. It'll be 1st and 10, Fairfield. Got a Trojan slow to get up. Blake Burnett, he's hobbling just a little bit. He says, I'm okay. I'll walk this thing off and stay in the football game. A tough kid. Comes from tough parents. Bernie and Jill. Steve Burnett and Jill. And they're going to take Blake out. Axel Starr will come in for him, so Doc Hill can check him out, make sure he's okay. Looks like his right ankle. So he's going to get actually some attention. Looks like Mike Shank's going to be the one checking it out. Zandrick Allison on the carry, meanwhile. Gets about 3, maybe 3.5 yards on that carry. Now we have an official's timeout. Centerville player was shaken up, 75. That is Evan Barber, a junior, 6'2", 255-pound lineman. Neither team has used any of their allotted 3 timeouts here in the second half. 2nd and 7 Trojans. We're just over 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Fairfield trailing 38-32 in a back-and-forth game, or I want to call it seesaw. One time Centerville was up 10, 30-20, but the Trojans were able to come back and take the lead, and then Centerville, most recent score, got them on top. Handoff to Ethan. Voss on the keeper. Gets outside to the left. He'll be tackled right around the 15-yard line in the Centerville red zone. Trojans will have a 1st and 10 from the Centerville 15-yard line. I tell you, even with binoculars, it's hard to follow the ball at times tonight in these first 2 weeks with this diversified 3-back attack. Actually 4 when you consider Voss, of course, keeps the ball sometimes. See, Mike's wrapping up Blake Burnett's ankle there on the bench. Meanwhile, 1st and 10 on the field. Handoff to Ethan Bisgard up the middle. Ethan's inside the 5. It'll be 1st and goal right around the 1-yard line. Just that straight ahead carry by Ethan Bisgard. 1st and goal, Trojans. They're spotted around the 2, I guess. So 2 yards from tying the game in this situation. And then an extra point of any kind, 1 or 2, would put Fairfield back on top. And we'll be under 9 minutes before the next snap. Just went there. Voss Richardson, the quarterback. Let's see, maybe a keeper or a sneak here. First and goal. Handoff to Zandrick. Allison got stood up at the goal line, so it'll be short. It'll be 2nd and goal inside the 1. AJ and I were talking about football officials and coming in from the side, trying to determine where that ball was at the forwardmost point before the contact. It's such a inexact science, to put it bluntly. Very subjective. 2nd and goal from the 1. Trojans need this touchdown to tie it. And then go for a lead with the extra point. Here's the handoff to Brady Weigel. And I think he's in. Touchdown, Trojans. Brady Weigel gets his first Trojan touchdown of the season, and I believe of his varsity career. And it continues that each Trojan touchdown has been by a different player. Fairfield gonna try the extra point that would put them on top. Voss Richardson will hold. Zandrick Allison will attempt the PAT. They blocked one earlier. The snap is there. The kick is up, and it's not going to be there. Goes wide to the right, so we're tied at 38. That's very appropriate. So 38 all, heading into 8:08 remaining in the 4th quarter. Back with the Trojan kickoff in a minute. Fairfield High School football on the Ottumwa Radio Group YouTube channel.
Sometimes accidents happen, and when they do, trust Finney Auto Body, Southeast Iowa's collision center specialists for over 40 years. We fix your vehicle the right way. We handle everything from minor fender benders to major repairs. Quality workmanship you can trust, because we stand behind our work with a lifetime warranty. Don't let unexpected damage from an accident ruin your travel plans. Get right back on the road like it never happened at Finney Auto Body in Fairfield. Expert collision repair when you need it most. Visit us at FinneyAutoBody.com. And here at Finney Auto Body, we support the Fairfield Trojans.
Call. I got a pair of clogged toilets.
2 pair, dripping faucets, and leaking pipes.
Full house, boys. Flooded basement, ruined water heater, and a wild card, broken sump pump.
Gentlemen, whatever your plumbing issue may be, call Roto-Rooter on Gateway Drive in Ottumwa. The drain cleaning and plumbing experts, residential and commercial, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Oh, and one more thing. A royal flush always beats a full house.
That's a bunch of crap.
Zandrick Allison will take the ball out and put it on the tee, and we'll have Fairfield kicking off with just over 8 minutes left in the 4th quarter. First time we've been tied. No, I guess not. I think it is, actually. Now, look back on the scores here. Yeah, as Fairfield was ahead 7-0, went behind 8-7, led 14-8, trailed 16-14, led 20-16, got behind 30-20. So, yeah, this is our first tie of the night. Kickoff is handled by number 8, and he is handled by Tucker Robertson. Nice tackle of the Big Reds, Connor Patoyan. So Centerville will have it with 8:03 on the clock. Let's go Trojan defense, begging for that first Fairfield takeaway of the season. It'll be Big Red's ball on their own 26-yard line. Here in the 4th quarter, entertaining football game on this cool, crisp Friday night. This feels like a fall night for football. Lawson is taking the snaps now at quarterback. He goes on the keeper, met by Axel Starr and Tucker Robertson. Also Sebastian Fitway at the bottom of the stack. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Centerville on their own, just short of the 30-yard line. I'd call it 2nd and 6.5. In at quarterback, now is Mac Murdoch. Gets the snap. Dropping back, throwing long for Lawson. He's got it in stride. Tripped up. Touchdown saving tackle by Tucker Robertson, but a big play for the Big Reds. From their 30 to the Fairfield 20. 50-yard pass. It was Murdoch to Lawson that worked for a touchdown earlier. So first down, Big Reds as they swing the momentum their way. Lawson now at quarterback. Clayton Lawson has Pelletoni to his right and keeps it. Lawson straight ahead. He's going to be close to another Centerville first down before being driven back on the play. Spencer McCready, Ethan Bisgard team up on the tackle. But gain of 9, 2nd and 1. Need that takeaway from the Trojan defense. Chargers look like they're going to, well, they're in good shape. 27-18. They got a touchdown on the Chiefs down in Brazil. Murdoch ready for the snap this time at quarterback. Again, the running back, Makoa Caliponi. He'll line up behind him. Murdoch gets the snap. Optioning, pitches to Caliponi, and he goes in for a touchdown. 11-yard touchdown for Centerville. 6:07 left in the fourth quarter. The option play with the pitch to Caliponi. And again, they'll line up for 2 points here, trying to make it a 8-point Centerville lead with 6:07 left in the fourth quarter. So almost halfway through the fourth quarter. Murdoch gets the snap, rolling to his right, gets pressured by Axel Starr. The pass is incomplete. So it leaves Centerville only ahead by 6. We've got a Big Red kickoff coming up right after this 1-minute timeout on the Ottumwa Radio Group YouTube channel.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard. For those shaping the future of Fairfield, Southern Iowa Ready Mix is your trusted partners. With every pour, they're committed to quality, durability, and the satisfaction of watching your vision take form. From the smallest patio to the largest development, they deliver more than materials, they deliver possibilities. Visit southerniowarm.com and lay the groundwork for structures that stand the test of time. Because at Southern Iowa Ready Mix of Fairfield, they believe in building a legacy one mix at a time.
Back with the Big Red kickoff after they break the tie. Jason Morrow has it teed up on the north side of the 50-yard line here at Trojan Stadium on Pearl Smith Field. Shootout between the Big Reds and the Trojans here tonight. Centerville scored 56 last week, beating Knoxville 56-21. Trojans were knocked off at Benton up in Van Horn 29-12. All the scoring in the first half last week, but tonight Trojans offense has been very efficient. Morrow kicks it over to the left side and picked up by one of the Trojan up men, Brady Weigel, on the return. Hanging up in the air was kind of like a long onside kick as Centerville was converging, but Brady was able to make the catch and get it to about the Fairfield 37-yard line. 6:05 on the clock. We got over half the fourth quarter remaining. Fairfield needs to score a touchdown again to tie. Any kind of conversion, and they'd take the lead. On 37-yard line to start the drive. The backs behind Voss are Spencer McCready in the middle, Zandrick Allison, Ethan Bisgard on the outside. Here's Ethan on the run. He goes across the 45 out nearly the 50. A first down on first down. Kansas City just looks like that was an incomplete pass. There's late in that fourth quarter. They're down by 9, 2:37. Looks like they may be kicking a field goal to get within 6. Here, the Trojan offense just short of the 50 on their own 49. Voss hands to Ethan Bisgard. He's got it into Centerville territory and dives inside the 40. It'll be another Trojan first down. They'll spot it right at the Centerville 40-yard line. 1st and 10 Trojans. This is one of those where you'd love to have a 5-minute and 30-second drive and get a kick to win it. Score the touchdown as the clock runs out, kick the extra point, walk off with a winner. Right now you're just thinking, let's get that touchdown to tie it. Voss turns, hands to Ethan Bisgard. Ethan gets it outside, inside the Centerville 30. First down, Fairfield. Getting a first down about every carry here. Several of those by Ethan Bisgard. 5:02 on the fourth quarter clock. Trojans down 44-38. Ball is spotted at the Centerville 25-yard line. Voss went over to the sideline to get the play. Comes back and tells the rest of the offense what they're going to run here. Christian Rasmussen, center, up to the ball. Calvin McLean, Hank Consley, either side of him at the guards. Here's the handoff to Zandrick Allison. Zandrick gets in behind Chase Countryman, and he gets a solid gain on first down. The tackles are Nolan Smith, Sebastian Fitway. Great job, that offensive line. I'll tell you, the first 2 weeks, they have done an outstanding job. Obviously, tonight, been able to really do a great job blocking for the rushing attack. Be a gain of 6, 2nd and 4. Voss turns, hands to the middleman. Spencer McCready. So 3rd down coming up. This will be a key 3rd down play. Lose a yard, 3rd and 5. Still over 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You're in 4-down territory, no doubt about that. 3rd and 5 at the Centerville 19-yard line. Not thinking field goal, you're thinking touchdown here. 2 plays to get 5 yards. Let's get a big gain on this and maybe even a touchdown here. Had that pop pass earlier from Voss Richardson to Blake Burnett for a touchdown. Here's the toss to Ethan Bisgard. Ethan goes straight ahead. They're pushing the stack. There's a flag thrown. 2 flags. That would tend, you would think, maybe a face mask when those flags were thrown. I think they're going to spot the play short of the first down. Now the officials huddle for a big call in this game. Of course, I guess could be a holding penalty. But that late in the play, it's not usually the case. But 2 officials threw flags on it. 3:36 clock stopped while the officials sorted out. (44-38) Centerville by 6. They're still talking it over. A big call here. The referee comes over and personal foul, Centerville. So that'll be a first down, obviously. Oh, offsetting. So unsportsmanlike on Fairfield, and then a personal foul on Centerville. So does the play And they'll replay the down, 3rd down and 5, or 3rd and 4, I guess. Well, that play didn't count. Interesting. I thought the play usually counts, and then it would have been 4th and short. So 3rd down to Mulligan. A second 3rd down attempt. Voss Richardson on the keeper, trying to get outside left. He won't get the corner. Oh, there's pretty late hit out of bounds. It's not flagged this time. It will be a 4th and 3 coming up for the Trojans. So here's the big play hanging in the balance. Ball will be spotted at the Centerville 18-yard line, 4th and 3. Convert here, you keep the drive alive to try to tie it with the touchdown and take the lead with any kind of conversion. Centerville fans are saying defense. Fairfield fans are saying let's go offense. Voss Richardson ready for the snap. Turns, fakes the handoff. Pass in the flat. He's got a man, Ethan Bisgard, and it's a touchdown, Trojans! 18 yards. There is a flag down in the offensive backfield. So hang on here. It's pretty deep in the offensive backfield, so I think it's going to be a hold. So a 10-yard holding penalty on the Trojans nullifies the touchdown. Ball will be at the Centerville 28-yard line. 3:10 to go. 4th and 13. Centerville again, hoping to get a big defensive stop. Trojans need a big offensive play here. Timeout Fairfield. Had too many men on the field, so we'll take a 1-minute break. Be back with the key 4th and 13 play. Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
Pick a card, any card. Right now, at Community First Credit Union, save big when you lock in a low intro rate on select credit cards. Choose between our Flex Rewards, Signature Rewards, or Smart Rate cards, and enjoy a low rate for 12 months on purchases and balance transfers. Plus, each card offers perks like no annual fee and easy-to-use digital banking. Get details and apply at c1stcu.com or at any C First location. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
All right, a big 4th and 13 facing the Trojans on the Centerville 28-yard line. Trailing by 6, 3:10 left in the 4th quarter. Voss Richardson now from the shotgun. Zandrick Allison to his left in the backfield. Voss looking left, now rolling to his right. Voss has got a lot of running room. Has the pass. It's a touchdown, we think. Spencer McCready on the receiving end. No flags. Touchdown, Trojans. Oh, they throw a flag. Might have been beyond the line of scrimmage. That's the only thing I can think of. Oh. Illegal forward pass, and that's a loss of down. So no touchdown Trojans. 3:01 left in the game. Fairfield has 2 timeouts. If Centerville gets a first down without something crazy like a fumble, this game is going to belong to the Big Reds. And I would like to see Matt Jones' review of this officiating crew. I don't think it'll be a passing grade review. Yeah, Voss wisely decided at the last second to throw the ball, but unfortunately it was an illegal forward pass. So from the 31-yard line, Centerville will obviously just be running the ball here. Mac Murdoch is at quarterback. Calipone is lined up to his right. Fairfield was one short on the defensive alignment. Here's Murdoch on the keeper. Lawson, actually. Clayton Lawson, the other quarterback they've been using tonight. Fairfield has 2 timeouts, may choose not to use it on that play. Gain of about 4, we'll call it. Second and a short 6. They call it 5 on the scoreboard. It's right between 5 and 6. Now Murdoch is back at quarterback. Calipone lined up to his left. Of course, they're going to use that play clock, wind it all the way down. Centerville has all 3 of their timeouts. Probably won't be using, now they use one. With 2:16 remaining, let's go ahead and use a 30-second timeout. Be back with a second and we'll call it 5 play coming up for the Big Reds against the Trojans. Here listening and watching Fairfield football on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
Need electrical work done right? Livewire Electric is Southeast Iowa's premier electrical contractor, serving Jefferson County and nearby areas. From home wiring upgrades to all your electrical needs, call Rod at 641-472-4853. Livewire Electric, powering your home safely. Give your house a facelift. Quality garage doors that make a difference. Call 641-209-9948 for your free estimate on a new garage door. Open and close your day with Straight Up Doors of Fairfield.
Back here as the teams are still in the hot timeout. Centerville has just come away from their coaching staff. So 2nd and 5, like we say, a first down here, and it's pretty much ball game. Fairfield did not use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. Centerville used their first of 3. Lawson is now lined up behind center. Clayton Lawson. Calipone to his right. Lawson on the keeper. He'll be tackled right away. It is short of the first down. Spencer McCready, I believe. No, Zandrick Allison, Ethan Bisgard. Team up on the stop. Timeout Fairfield with 2:06 remaining. So we'll use another 30-second break and be back with a key 3rd and 4 coming up for Centerville. You're listening and watching Trojan football on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
If you're tired of dropped calls and slow internet, we're here to help. Lisco's the future of fast, reliable communication. Never miss a beat with streaming, gaming, or video calls, whether you're working, playing, or just staying connected. Lisco brings you lightning fast speeds, crystal clear calls, and unbeatable reliability. Switch today and experience the difference. Call me, Samantha, your Lisco sales rep at 641-209-5400. That's 209-5400, or visit us at lisco.com.
Trojans realistically have a chance if they get the stop on this 3rd and 4. Centerville at their own 37-yard line. Fairfield just 1 timeout remaining, and obviously they get the stop here, they'll use it. Just over 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Right now a 6-point Centerville lead. Been an entertaining game, going to be a heartbreaker for the team that falls short, and obviously the thrill of victory on the other side. Clayton Lawson will receive the snap in the shotgun. Calipone lined up to his left. Lawson ready. Gets the snap straight ahead on the quarterback keeper. And let's see. Where are they spotting the ball? Centerville thinks they got the first down. I don't know if he does. I think they're saying they're short. Might have to do a measurement here. They called it first down, so that should be the ball game. Barring Centerville messing up big time. So first down, Big Reds, and that with 1:32 now counting down should do it. Clayton Lawson quarterbacking. How about a bad snap here in that shotgun? Had one earlier. That's the only chance Fairfield has. Centerville uses their second timeout. We'll take a 1-minute break, be back with more Trojan football on the Ottumwa Radio Group YouTube channel.
Dr. Matt here. Looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic. Complete dental care for your entire family, your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
This is Miss Bonnie at Packwood Locker and Meats of Packwood. Packwood Locker and Meats brings farm fresh to your table. Beefy with boldness, porky with perfection, fresh off the farm and into your kitchen. We know how to make every meal a masterpiece. Trust the quality and savor the taste, because at Packwood Locker and Meats, fresh isn't just a promise, it's a guarantee. Now open for retail and pickup 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays. Visit PackwoodLockerandMeats.com for more information. Trust me, you can't beat Peyton's Meat, and we dare you to try.
All right, back for a 1st and 10 play here. Centerville just needing to hang on to the football. Now the officials again have another conference here. I think we've set a record for officiating conferences in this game. Feels like the 100th of the night. Fairfield's only chance, Centerville will get a bad snap in that shotgun, trying to run the clock out. Let's see who will be receiving that snap. It looks like Clayton Lawson. Come on, bad snap. And he gets it running to his right. Lawson breaks up the middle. Zandrick Allison will wrestle him to the ground, but it'll be another 9 yards for Centerville. Fairfield will use their final timeout with 1:05 remaining. We'll keep it here. Let me again thank all of our sponsors, including Community First Credit Union, Fairfield Dental Clinic, Smithsburg Automotive, and Smitty's Auto and Recycling, Livewire Electric and Straight Up Doors, Southern Iowa Ready Mix, Cranston Family Funeral Home, Fairfield and Keosauqua, Jefferson County Health Center, Lisco, Brandon Taglar, your Beck Seed dealer, Roto-Rooter over in Ottumwa, serving Fairfield, Ottumwa, and surrounding areas, Family First Chiropractic, West 2nd Street in Ottumwa, Wiener Funeral Home and Crematory of Fairfield, Packwood Locker and Meats, of course, in Packwood, Finney Auto Body of Fairfield, and our halftime recap sponsor, Leo's Pizza and Grill on Burlington Avenue in Fairfield, just west of the 6th and Burlington corner. 1:05 left to play out. Unless Centerville turns it over, they will escape Fairfield with a 6-point win and be 2-0 on the season. Fairfield will fall to 0-2, get ready for homecoming against a new Trojan opponent on the football front, Mediapolis. First time that I ever remember Fairfield playing Mediapolis. I'll check with Coach Mike Shanka. Maybe he can get in touch with Pearl Smith, his friend and former football coach and athletic director, see if they ever remember Mediapolis being on the schedule. All right, now they're going to take the knee. Murdoch. Just taking the knee, Mac Murdoch. And we'll probably have one more snap, and that will be the ball game. It's going to be 3rd and 5. But it's not going to matter because after this play, it will be 4th down and will be under 30 seconds left in the game. It's 15 seconds on the play clock, and they're paying attention to that. There's the knee by Murdoch, and that will do it. Well, I was going to say, yeah, they go to 40-second play clock. If it was 25, there would have been a couple seconds left for the fourth down play, but they could have easily just taken a snap and run around to kill the clock, and that will do it. Centerville 44, Fairfield 38. We've got a 2-minute break, and we'll come back to wrap things up at Trojan Stadium, where it was a heartbreaker from the Fairfield point of view as they come up just short against the Centerville Big Reds. Back with more on the Ottumwa Radio Group YouTube channel.
Planning for 2026, smart farmers know the best yields start with the right choices. At Beck's Hybrids, where farmers are art, helping farmers succeed is what makes up the fabric of our culture. Call Brandon Teglar, your Beck's seed dealer serving Southeast Iowa. Get your 2026 seed orders in early and secure the varieties that perform best on your land. 641-919-7526. That's 641-919-7526. Beck's Hybrids, growing successful together.
Call. I got a pair of clogged toilets.
2 pair, dripping faucets, and leaking pipes.
Full house, boys. Flooded basement, ruined water heater, and a wild card, broken sump pump.
Gentlemen, whatever your plumbing issue may be, call Roto-Rooter on Gateway Drive in Ottumwa. The drain cleaning and plumbing experts, residential and commercial, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Oh, and one more thing. A royal flush always beats a full house.
That's a bunch of crap.
At Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
We care. At Jefferson County Health Center, it's the little things that make a big difference. We believe every patient deserves to feel safe and comforted, no matter what brings them here. We strive to turn fear into comfort. We are committed to ensuring every patient feels informed, supported, and truly cared for.
Jefferson County Health Center, care you can count on. It's what we do.
You're watching Fairfield Trojan football on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Back here at Trojan Stadium, where Centerville is down in the field. Of course, happy to get out of Fairfield High School with a 2-0 record. Let's recap the scoring on this football game. It was back and forth. Fairfield took the opening drive 61 yards in just over 6 minutes, 11:57 when they got the ball, 5:19 when they scored on a 4-yard touchdown run by Ethan Bisgard. Zandrick Allison kicked the PAT, and it was 7-0 Fairfield. Centerville then had it at their own 25 to start their drive, 5:12 on the clock, and on 4th and 2 at the 50 got a big conversion. It was a little swing pass with 3 seconds left in the quarter, so it was basically a just over 5-minute drive, 5-yard touchdown run by quarterback Mac Murdoch. That was on 4th down, a key play. Then he took in the 2-point conversion. Centerville went up 8-7. Fairfield got the ball at their own 46 at the end of the first quarter, would score 10:38 in the second quarter, a 25-yard touchdown pass. Voss Richardson to Blake Burnett. Zandrick Allison kicked the PAT. Fairfield led 14-8. Centerville then got the ball at their own 38 with 10:21 on the clock. They scored with 8:44 remaining in the half. A 4-yard run by quarterback Murdoch. 2-point pass went from Murdoch to Abram DeCina, and Centerville went on top 16-14. Fairfield then got the ball at their own 21 with 8:43 left in the half. A big 52-yard run by Zandrick Allison got the ball to the Centerville 27, and at the 5:29 mark in that quarter, Allison would get the 2-yard touchdown. PAT kick was blocked. It looked like the Centerville player was offside, but it wasn't called, so obviously in the official's opinion, the only one that matters, he was not offside, so it left Fairfield up by 4, 2016. Centerville got the ball at their own 43 with 5:19 on the clock, and they had a big 34-yard touchdown pass from Murdoch to DeCina, that same combination that got the 2-point conversion on the previous touchdown, and that put them up. 2-point run was stopped short, so it left Centerville on top 22-20, and that's where it was at halftime. in the third quarter. Centerville would take the only really double-digit lead, only two-scored lead of the night. On the opening possession, they got the ball at their own 36, and in just over a minute, scored a 22-yard touchdown from Clayton Lawson. He was at times quarterbacking in place of Murdoch, but Lawson got the touchdown. 2-point run made it 30-20 in favor of Centerville. Fairfield took over at their own 40-yard line with 10:25 on the clock, scored with 9:10 to go in the third quarter. 42-yard touchdown, Spencer McCready. On the run up the middle, Ethan Bisgard on the 2-point conversion was stopped short. Fairfield trailed 30-26. Then Centerville had their own 14, and Fairfield was able to force them into a rare punt. And the Trojans got it at the Centerville 41 with 7:15 left in the third. Scored at the 4:51 mark, a 1-yard quarterback sneak by Voss Richardson. 2-point run by Voss was stopped short. Fairfield led 32-30. Centerville got it at their own 31-yard line, 4:42 on the clock. A big 3rd and 14, 33-yard pass got the ball to the Fairfield 40. And with 25 seconds left in the quarter, they scored on a 9-yard pass from Murdoch to Lawson. Murdoch ran in the 2-point conversion. Centerville led 38-32. Fairfield would get the ball at their own 47 with 25 seconds left in the third. Scored with 8:08 left in the fourth. A 1-yard run by Brady Weigel. PAT was stopped short, so we were tied at 38. And Centerville got the ball at their own 26. 8:03 on the clock. Had a big 50-yard pass from Murdoch to Lawson that got the ball to the Fairfield 20. And with 6:07 remaining, got what proved to be the game-winning touchdown, 11-yard run by Makoa Calapone. That's his 4th rushing touchdown of the season. 2-point pass was incomplete, so Fairfield knew they could tie it with a touchdown, and twice had touchdowns. One called back because of a holding, the other because of an illegal forward pass where they ruled Voss Richardson had just gone across the line of scrimmage before hitting the pass to, can't remember who caught that. I think it was Spencer McCready. Might have been Blake Burnett. Anyway, it didn't count. I know the first one was Ethan Bisgard on the hold, but neither of those touchdowns counted, and Centerville got the ball with 3:01 remaining, able to run out the clock and run out of town with a 44-38 victory over the Fairfield Trojans. Mentioned the sponsors a moment ago. We'll go through that list one more time. And I want to thank A.J. Rowe, my producer, director here this evening, and has done a great job these first 2 weeks. Got the other out-of-town scores. Let's run through them real quick. Mount Pleasant 42, Knoxville 8. So Fairfield playing a Knoxville team in 2 weeks that is now 0-2. Mount Pleasant is 2-0. I think they beat Mediapolis in their season opener. Of course, that's Fairfield's opponent on homecoming next Friday. Never got a report on Washington at Independence. It was Keokuk over Mediapolis, 27-14. So the Mediapolis Bulldogs, like the Trojans, will be 0-2 next Friday night for the Fairfield homecoming. Didn't get a report on Fort Madison's homecoming game against West Burlington Notre Dame. It was Solon in the big game tonight, number 6 in Class 3A. Solon over number 13 Williamsburg, 33-19. That game was at Williamsburg. That is 19, right? It looks like it could be a 14. 19, 33-19. Let's see, it was Mount Vernon 30, Benton Community 20. So the Bob 14, okay, 30-14 was the score on that Solon win, 33-14 over Williamsburg. Anyway, Mount Vernon 30, Benton 20, so the Bobcats, after beating Fairfield, fall tonight at Mount Vernon. It was Pekin 68, New London 20, so Pekin put up a lot of points tonight. It was Linville Solly 50, Cardinal nothing. Columbus Community or Columbus Junction 29, Van Buren County 12, and it was Sheraton over Davis County 39-0. So several shutouts tonight among the out-of-town scores. So thanks to AJ for getting those scores for me. Reminder, Radio Iowa Scoreboard Show coming up on KOTM 97.7, right? Tom FM 97.7. I had the right number. Tom FM, KTOM. 97.7, flip over there if you want to hear scores from around the state with that Radio Iowa show. We are glad to have that on the Ottumwa Radio Group stations, our family, our radio family. So KOTM 97.7 for the scoreboard show. Well, again, thanks to AJ, and thank you for tuning in and viewing here this evening. Unfortunately, I wish I had better news, but Centerville able to escape with the win. 44-38. Trojans hoping to have a happy homecoming, getting that win column next Friday night. As I say, good night, everybody. Oh, wait, I said I'd give the sponsors one more time. Community First Credit Union, Fairfield Dental Clinic, Smithburg Automotive, and Smitty's Auto and Recycling, Livewire Electric and Straight Up Doors, Southern Iowa Ready Mix, Cranston Family Funeral Home of Fairfield and Keosauqua, Jefferson County Health Center, Lisco, your experts for fiber optic, Brandon Taglier, your Beck Seed dealer, Roto Rooter in Ottumwa, serving Fairfield, Ottumwa, and surrounding areas. Family First Chiropractic, West 2nd Street, Ottumwa, Packwood Locker and Meats of Packwood, Beaner Funeral and Crematory, Finney Auto Body, halftime show of service of Beaners, and the halftime recap of service of Leo's Pizza and Grill, Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. And so until next Friday night from here at Trojan Stadium, I'm Lee Munsey, and have a great weekend, whether you're rooting for the Hawkeyes or the Cyclones. Hope you enjoy